What's up? We're back. We're live. Back at it again. Alec News Network checking in. What's up? What's up? Ooh, that'll be good. I'm trying to figure out a jingle for the live stream. Little jingle. You know, we need a little jingle for this live stream. But I guess we're back. What's going on, everybody? Got a chill Tuesday. We'll be watching some, I don't know if we have any matches. We got some more podcasts today we're going to be checking up on. Podcasts and some interviews. We did have some bad news. I want to say bad news. Yeah, you know, normal life news, man. What's up? Let me switch over real fast. We did have some, just life news, man. We had Reverend Jesse Jackson passed away at 84. I believe he had some health issues. Most people in their 80s and 90s got health issues. Says Reverend Jesse Jackson, a longtime civil rights leader, Baptist minister, and two-time presidential candidate who became one of the most prominent national figures of the post-Martin Luther King era, has died. He was 84. Jackson died Tuesday in Chicago, surrounded by family, according to reports citing a family statement. A cause of death was not immediately released. A protege of King, Jackson rose to prominence in the civil rights movement and later founded the Rainbow/Push Coalition, an organization focused on civil rights, voter participation, and economic justice. He sought the Democratic presidential nomination in 1984 and 88, building national coalitions and breaking political barriers for black candidates in modern U.S. politics. In later years, Jackson faced significant health challenges, including Parkinson's disease and a rare neurological disorder, but remained a widely recognized voice on social justice issues. R.I.P. to Reverend Jesse Jackson. Just normal life news, man. Sad, but like I said, normal life news. We cover everything on this Alec News Network. We try to stay positive too, though. Try not to get you guys too sad. We got some more people going to AOJ. This brown belt, where was he from? Josiah Tubby? Where was he from? He's from Atos. AOJ getting some people, bro. Where is this kid from? I'm going to see an Atos picture, I'm sure. Where was he from? We're checking. Might have just been from Brazil. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I'm not sure where he was from. It didn't say. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's where he was from. So a lot of Atos people going over to AOJ and Legion and whatever else. I'm always wondering how these guys got money to do all that. San Diego and Costa Mesa aren't next to each other, are they? I'm pretty sure they're pretty far away, at least an hour or two, right? It's been a minute since I've been in that part of the town, part of the country. That's Professor Galval right there. Shout out to the kids trying to make a way for themselves. So nobody can stop. Even when your coach get in trouble, you still got to keep going. So shout out to him. I believe somebody else went over to. Oh, where's Mush at? His his favorite went over there too. Let me see if I can find that one. Oh shoot, I don't see it. Let me see if I can find it. Ratos, right? Yo, that man, that was a good one. I told you, every now and again, jiu-jitsu people got something cool. They got something funny to say every now and again. And that was the thumb's funniest thing right there. He said Ratos. And it took me a second to figure out what he was saying. I was like, Atos, Ratos, okay. It took me a second to figure that one out. We're a little slow over here on the Alec News Network. We kind of slow. I believe this is Mush. Mush, are you here? Where's Mush at? This is his guy. Let me where's his picture at? Yeah. Where's Mush at? That's his guy right there. That's Mush's guy right there. Mush like to see that guy's videos. I don't know where Mush is. He's somewhere playing in some snow, possibly. If you guys don't know this guy, he's like an influencer. We'll find one of his videos for you. He got some of the AOJ crew in his comments. Okay, he getting that clout now. So he's over here with Guy Mendez. He gonna make some sad videos soon about training hard. I'm on my day 89, day 84 of becoming a world champion. Listen, they got me hating on these people. I never met half these people. Ratos. Let's watch one of his videos so you guys can see who he is.
Today I'm taking you through a day in the life as a professional jiu-jitsu athlete. As everyone saw, I switched.
Let me redo that so you guys can hear. Let me play that. Mush love these little videos. Where Mush at?
What's up, everyone? Today I'm taking you through a day in the life as a professional jiu-jitsu athlete. As everyone saw, I switched teams to Art of Jiu-Jitsu, so the schedule changes slightly. I start the day waking up at 3:45 a.m., meeting my friend Noah at 4:15 a.m. to carpool and drive to Costa Mesa. The drive is about 1 hour and 30 minutes every morning. I end up training from around 6 to 9:30 a.m. this morning, then we grab some food and head back to San Diego. Once back, I taught 2 privates. I didn't film it as it's my client's time, so instead, here's a video of me wearing a gi cruising on an electric skateboard. After the 2 privates, I headed to the gym to hit some strength, mobility, and injury prevention work. And finally, headed home to drill and practice all the stuff I learned today at AOJ in the morning. I'm so grateful to find a new gym I'm already loving so much. Guy, Hoffa Mendez, and all the coaches and students have been so welcoming, so I can't wait to represent the team this year. Lots of changes happened, however the goals stay the same. Follow along to support and see the journey of chasing a world title. What's up, everyone? Today I'm taking you through a day in the life as a professional jiu-jitsu athlete. As everyone saw, I switched teams to Art of Jiu-Jitsu, so the schedule changes slightly. I start the day waking up at 3:45 a.m., meeting my friend Noah at 4:15 a.m. to carpool and drive to Costa Mesa. The drive is about 1 hour and 30 minutes every morning. I end up training from around 6 to 9:30 a.m. this morning, then we grab some food and head back to San Diego. Once back, I taught 2 privates. I didn't film it as it's my client's time, so instead, here's a video of me wearing a gi cruising on an electric skateboard. After the 2 privates, I headed to the gym to hit some strength, mobility, and injury prevention work. And finally, headed home to drill and practice all the stuff.
So this kid's driving an hour and 30 minutes to go to train with the Mendez brothers. How many times a week is he doing that, though? Every day? Honestly, I mean, AOJ is one of the best schools in the country, probably the world. I think he'll probably get more training at Legion. Honestly, I'm sorry. I think he would probably get more training at Legion. Or heck, he could get more training with Andres, I think. But in my head, I'm thinking, it's local. Legion and wherever Andres is local, and those are really good coaches, good instructors. You're probably going to get more one-on-one time, cheaper, less gas. I don't know. I mean, I think at purple belt you still kind of caught up in, you need like the best school, the best coaches, like 3 hours in a car to tighten up your hip flexors, yeah. And that kind of wears you down, that commute, If it's between going an hour 20 minutes one way or 15 minutes to Legion, I'd probably go to Legion. And you probably going to roll more. You could take privates with Keenan, get Keenan. I mean, Keenan's just as good as the Mendez brothers, basically. And I think Keenan would probably be better coach for someone bigger, because this guy looks pretty big, right? He looks at least middle heavy. There's no point in training at AOJ if you middle heavy. if you over middleweight, don't train at AOJ. What's the point? So I think it would be smarter to just train at Legion or train with Andres. But what do I know? I think for him, he's a social media guy too, so he probably getting guys like Tynan and some other people. We got a lot of fanboys in this sport, so I can never defeat the fanboys. You guys gonna fanboy and fangirl for everybody, and then we talk about all this hero worship. Your hero get in trouble, then you guys got no place to go. As soon as your hero get in trouble because you worshiping them, you got no place to go. So I personally would go places without all the hero worship or cult like following or cult behavior. So, but some people can't wait to jump into a cult. You can't help somebody if they want to jump into a cult. Did you guys realize that? Dorothy says he's middleweight and the smallest person at his gym. Glad to hear middle is not small. Well, over there is big. Over at AOJ, middleweight's too is pretty big, but other places, small. He's going for clout, man. Let's be honest. He's going for the clout. I don't think he can even film at AOJ though. I don't know if it's going to help his clout. It's going to help that he's around these other guys, but he might see some stuff he don't want to see. He going to see some stuff he can't unsee over there. But more power to him, man. Go follow your dreams. Now, is that guy? Would you guys consider that guy a full-time jiu-jitsu person? I'm wondering. I don't. Is he full-time? Like he's training full-time, but I don't consider him a full-time jiu-jitsu competitor. But what do I know? He says supersets for BJJ athletes. Oh. He ain't got no coordination, bro. I'm sorry. Was that a salsa dance? El Snap, was that salsa? Was that tango? What do you guys do in Cuba? Salsa? He need to just get a real job. He need to just get a real job. Zumba. He just need to get a real job, bro. We're just jumping around right now, seeing what's going on. We got some YouTube a little bit later.
See, maybe in the beginning.
This got to be one of LL Snap's cousins or something, man. This got to be his cousin. I know it has to be.
Is there ever any jealousy? Maybe in the beginning.
Never. I don't sense any.
Because I love Nick so much. I want him to feel the love from my mom as well.
Yeah.
So anytime that she gets to spend with him, individually or even together makes me so happy. It warms my heart. I love both of them more than anything, and I just want them to love each other as much as I love them.
That was really well stated, and I feel so similar. I mean, I've always wanted her to be cherished, and that's how I see Nick treats her.
Oh, that's really nice. Is there ever any jealousy? Maybe in the beginning.
Never. I don't sense any.
Because I love Nick so much.
This the guy that got the mom and the daughter pregnant, so that might be one of LL Snap's cousins. You got to be an LL Snap to pull that off. Regular people can't pull that off. Regular people can't pull that off. You need some LL Snap. We gotta get our jokes in before Sarah get on here. He lived like a hillbilly. A little bit, yeah. He got the cousin brothers, the brother cousins. No. I saw this and I thought about Josiah. This looked like Josiah.
And Rogers is emulating his karate heroes, and he now might be inspiring others. Rogers is setting karate records despite being diagnosed with a form of autism and Asperger's.
That's Josiah.
Ryan Rogers admits he was drawn to karate because he saw some cool guys on TV performing cool stuff.
Over time, I started getting interested in Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Jet Li, most of those three.
Rogers eventually earned a black belt, and then he basically decided to start over, learning a new form of karate under Corey Green.
So whenever he came here, he surprised me about how fast he was able to make the changes he needed to make.
And all this time, no one was aware that Rogers had Asperger's, which is a form of autism.
I became more curious, and so did several other people, and we kind of thought he might have had something going on, but we couldn't figure out what it was.
Once the diagnosis was made, Green believes it helped further Rogers' career.
I think it made him able to understand himself better.
What kind of karate they doing?
It's not like you label someone, but you're able to understand why you are the way you are.
Power.
Some people would come up and ask me, what was it like? How long you been doing this? And can everyone else do it? And I told them, yeah.
Now Rogers is setting all kinds of records, and he'll be shooting for more next month as he returns to the Karate Nationals in Fort Lauderdale.
No instructors were harmed during the making of this video.
Yeah, I know. 2012, when he went to Nationals, he became the first person with autism to win medals in the non-handicap division. He was in the novice division and won silver in sparring, bronze in kata.
What are your goals as you go back?
First time I'm going to try for 5 divisions. And first time I tried with weapons, I'm starting to enjoy weapons a lot more.
Sounds like Rogers will be busy at the Karate Nationals next.
What was he saying, LO Snap? He need to be put in jail. Lock him up. You know what we need? We need a parrot in jail. I'm trying to draw it right now. Little parrot. Little parrot behind jail bars. We need a parrot behind jail. We need a little parrot behind jail bars t-shirt. What kind of karate was that? See, that's going to be jiu-jitsu in a little bit. The rate jiu-jitsu is going, that's going to be jiu-jitsu in about 5-10 years. He on demon time? What the hell was he saying? He need to be in jail. Grippo, you need to press charges on that man. Speaking on jiu-jitsu, I don't know. I'll play it. Jiu-jitsu guys, what's going on with my jiu-jitsu people?
So we go 1, 2. That's it. That's it.
That's a check mat, Jim, too.
Move. Move your hip. Come on.
You know jiu-jitsu people can't move their hips. I'm not joking. He need to be locked up. He needs it for his own good and for Grippo's own good. What were we saying? He need to be Grippo, press charges, bro. We got the Carr family.
Had some moves that
Let me play that again.
family is one of the most important families in the history of college wrestling. You don't win 3 NCAA titles without having a huge heart. Just to get to the Olympics for any athlete in any sport from any country is incredible.
The Olympics in 1988 in Korea, he lost a very controversial match. It could have easily went his way and he could have been wrestling for gold.
And you've put in the work, you think, and then to have other people take it away from you is something you won't forget.
Nate Carr was phenomenal when he was here, but right now, David Carr is the name.
Well, as soon as I heard he was coming to Iowa State and I saw the last name, gee, I wonder if he's in relation to Nate Carr.
If you look at the Carr family, we do not have an Olympic gold medalist. So now that opportunity has been passed on to David.
That's a lot of pressure.
Keegan O'Toole. I wrestle him first, I win. I wrestle him again, I win at the Big 12 Championships. And it begins to kind of create this little rivalry. The next year, the Big 12 Finals, he ends up beating me in that match.
David's the 4th seed. We're the underdogs, frankly.
We're in the 3rd period and it's a barn burner. It's a 1-point match and David's behind and, literally 20 seconds to go, less than 20 seconds to go.
He took you down and then you fought back up.
David stayed on him and then he just wouldn't take no for an answer. Chop! Took him down.
And then that was it.
Me and my dad are right next to each other, just running and embracing each other. And it is one of the most exciting memories I have in my life today.
You're never gonna meet anybody in life that wants you to do well more than your dad. I love you with a love that's greater than mine.
Nate Carr had some moves.
What did Josiah? See, his coach. What's wrong with this coach too? Something wrong with this coach. Something wrong with all them guys over there. I have not seen the new shirts at Little Snap. Are they on the website? I need to look at them, but I haven't looked at anything. He been rolling. Okay, we're not gonna watch that. I'm not gonna waste you people's time watching Josiah roll. We need to watch real people rolling.
You do jiu-jitsu long enough, man, you always come to this point where you really whooping on a nigga ass, and then he introduces a loop choke into the equation, and shit just changes on a dime, baby. All of a sudden, you don't know what to do with your hands. You wishing that you wore a top with less collars.
That's a Little Snap's friend.
Loop chokes are crazy because they sneaky them baby mamas during tax season, man. Look, man, Roberto thought he passed his guard. But all he did was pass away. That nigga out of here, man. Thought you was gonna take him down. No, young Marcio Andre. That's back when Marcio Andre still had a hairline. Gone, nigga, contorted. Are you sleeping? This one was gorgeous. The first time you seen somebody firemen's carry a carcass. When that motherfucker slips in, man, that panic is like no other. You hitting defenses you've never learned before. You just doing shit you seen in other matches. You always just end up waking up to a Brazilian with his shirt off, screaming obscenities in Portuguese. You just assed out. Should have kept your head up. That's the worst, huh? Keep your head up next time. Posture, man. Nigga, suck a dick, nigga. Posture this cock in your mouth. What about that? Paid $180 for this collar just to be choked by it. What the fuck's the point of the sport? So you start going, you know what? I'm gonna just go to no-gi. Be like, wee! You do jiu-jitsu long enough, man.
That's pretty funny.
Always come to this point.
That guy's pretty funny. Now, I don't know if that man trains still. It's the Winter Olympics. So we're trying to, we are pushing for the 2028 Olympics. So much gonna be running into girls like this over there.
I've spent every night in the village. It's been everything and more, and you can't evict me. I don't think there's anything not to enjoy. I haven't even gotten to compete yet, and I feel like my experience is already complete. Not complete, but just I'm having the best time. Yeah, I feel like I'm exactly where I want to be, and I'm so glad that things have aligned and worked out for me to be here, and I'm excited for the opportunity to compete.
If they got girls like that, we're not going to get much out of that Olympic Village either. Much ain't getting out of that Olympic Village
I spent
either.
every night in the
Much ain't going to, man, that girl's over there, Much ain't going to leave the Olympic Village. We got homie Alex. She says, coaching wrestling made me a better athlete. That girl got a wedgie. Why they got that girl with that wedgie right there? Much gonna be using up all them. Let me stop. I plead the fifth. Let me stop. Can't say nothing about that, man. Why he not here? She says, deeper technical understanding. Teaching technique has sharpened my own awareness with movements and has helped me become more precise. Some positions I used to struggle with make more sense to me now after guiding my athletes through it. If you guys don't know Alex, she did the World Championships last year. Much that coaching made him Much. You gotta find some rich people trying to clean their money. That's how you make money in this sport. Now, it ain't gonna last very long, but you gotta find rich people trying to clean their money off. She says, more grace for mistakes. I try to encourage my athletes to embrace the mistakes because it's part of the learning journey. Sometimes I lose sight of that for myself, so I'm grateful to be reminded of this as I witness them work through it. Greater personal accountability. I am not reading anymore. Redefining success and failure. Bigger perspective beyond myself. I think she just started coaching somewhere. Where's she coaching at? She's coaching at some academy. She got she loved up to. Hey, listen. Let me stop. I plead the fifth. Let me plead the fifth real fast. She is coaching somewhere, though.
I officiated a wrestling match for the very first time, and it was a girls' folk style match. I haven't wrestled folk style in about 10 years. My name's Alexandria Glaude. I'm a wrestler for Team USA, and the style of wrestling I participate in is freestyle, a completely different rule set. I'm not joking when I tell you I was terrified. While this was an
So you know, women's wrestling is freestyle. We got some more stuff going on. We got Firefly. This is the girl that divorce rate is climbing. I don't think nobody this year should be married anymore. Oh, dang. Judo is week 1. Week 2, I'm putting in work. Oh, Mush. Mush already planning his escapades. He said week 3, get the STDs tested. Get tested. Week 1, Judo. Week 2, put some work in. Week 3, get tested. Mush. What's up, Ratos? Yo. 1, 2, 3, Ratos. CP couldn't wait to say that. CP. 1, 2, 3, Ratos. Let me spell it out for. Let me spell it out for Mush. The thumb came up with that, Mush. Mush, the thumb came up with that. The thing is, I was so slow. I was like, Ratos. Oh. So it's like Atos, the rats of Atos, basically. It took me a second. It's that dude from Switzerland, the Atos guy from Switzerland. Rated Ratos. It took me, I'm slow. CP, you know I'm slow. I'm like, Atos. It took me a second to figure that one out, but that was good. The thumb, that was the best thing that thumb came up with. No, like rats, like rats. You know, he was saying all the people that left Atos. He said they're rats. But isn't his Portuguese nickname Ratinho? We got Firefly over here. Let me see what she's doing.
Instance, if you ain't black, stay the fuck out the business. All the 9 blacks to the back. All the 9 blacks to the back. Hold on, damn, all the 9 to the back. All the 9 blacks.
She got that ratchet music playing on her. Jesus. You gotta be careful with the Firefly. Firefly, she ain't no Firefly. She over here slamming girls. God, dog. Firefly pretty good, man. Firefly. She needed to switch her nickname up. She ain't no Firefly. She over here screw DDTing girl. Yeah, look at this. She be over here running girls into the ground. Jesus. Okay. Firefly. Hey, listen, Firefly tough. My neck hurts.
You want me to do that? You want me to do it? You want me to do it? Okay.
Do it.
I will be fighting Rafael Lovato Jr. in the next event in May. Yes.
I know him now, I swear.
Contract signed.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys are able to tune in or make your way to Florida, because I heard it's going to be in Florida. And Rafael, you know how much
TRT Olympics
you as well. But it's time. Let's go.
Let's do it.
A really big announcement. You want me to do that?
Both these men need to slow down, bro. They speeded through their life. Gonna be a lot of Jesus and acai. Yep, yes sir. Joseph Chin, something. Nomadic grappling. Oh. Man, why this man over here spoiling his girl? See, now this is why you can't have people with money on here. Chin strap's gonna be stretch limit. So Chloe Kim, you know, the snowboarder, her boyfriend gave her a new truck. Now from experience, what little bit of experience I got, whenever you put your girlfriend on social media like this, it never tend to last. Look at Cardi B and Stephen Diggs. Whenever you put your girlfriend on social media like this, it don't tend to last too long. When you wear this kind of t-shirt, it don't last too long. Yeah, don't post your girl. Don't post the gifts. Don't post any of this stuff. Don't wear that shirt. Don't wear that shirt. And she's a good-looking girl. Everybody's in her DMs. And, I mean, he got girls in his DMs too. So, I mean, they just need to be quiet about it. They doing too much. They doing too much. That's how Jeezy was looking. Remember Jeezy? Remember? Much crazy. Remember Jeezy? And what? Jeannie Mai, whatever the Asian girl was. Remember that? Remember they were hugged up on each other? Just like that. Remember that? Remember that? Yeah. Okay. At least they can enjoy their little fling or whatever it is.
Big
Who's number one coming out soon, March 31st?
news for WNO 32. Going down March 31st in Austin, Texas, is going to be a 155-pound, four-man bracket for the championship belt. Now, here's what I need from you guys. We only have 3 of the people who are going to be in this bracket. I need you guys to go down to the comment section, tag who you want to be the 4th man getting a WNO title opportunity March 31st in Austin, Texas. Let us know in the comments. Can't wait.
It's going to be the same people. Same people you guys always see. We are going to talk about this a little bit later. Gordon Ryan says he's retiring. For now, I can confidently say I'm done. We'll see. Worse than Alex Pereira. Oh, well, yeah. Well. Oh, that was Craig. Got no audio, but we'll see. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Devontae, what Devontae got to say?
Strength is a big deal in high level jiu-jitsu. Like they play this like this nonsense that like strength doesn't matter. But it does matter. Like you need enough strength to not get bullied. You know what I mean? Like you can, if you're not careful and you don't put the time in the weight room, you will fight a guy that maybe you're more technical than, but you just can't move him. Or you can't stop him from getting chest to chest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't break his grip. So these are very real things that make a big difference. And in the sport. So I just control, as a saying that I like to say, I control the controllables. You know what I mean? Strength is a big deal, and
Devontae is good, but he need to stop cutting so much weight. I'm still upset he lost to homie.
Passing the phone to somebody I'm going to kick tonight.
I'm passing the phone to the guy who lost his tooth at CJI.
Passing the phone to the biggest hillbilly in jiu-jitsu.
Passing the phone to somebody I would never train with.
Passing the phone to my warm-up round.
Passing the phone to someone who beats me up in training.
I'm passing the phone to someone who wants to be like me.
Passing the phone to my biggest pop.
Passing the phone to somebody I'm going to kick tonight.
I'm passing the phone to the guy.
Okay. So jiu-jitsu people, we don't do social media too well. We really need some help with our social media. He too strong to cut weight. But he be cutting weight, and then he lost to homie Owen Jones. Now, Devontae, you had no business losing to Owen Jones. No business losing to that kid. Yeah, all his strength was gone. You going to go train? Go train. Okay. Keep an eye on Taza. What's going on with Taza? What happened to Taza? I like Taza. What did he say? Let's
I
go back.
lost his tooth at CJI.
Passing the phone to the biggest hillbilly in jiu-jitsu.
Passing the phone to somebody I would never train with.
Passing the phone to my warm-up round.
Passing the phone to someone who beats me up in training.
He ain't say nothing. He said she beats him up in training. He said, oh yeah, he definitely gonna stay on social media. He ain't gonna get off social media. Got the European trials medal count. You had 7 from UK. Is that France? What the hell? Russia. Oh, that's Russia flag. 3 from Russia and 3 from Spain. Where was Africa at? Where's Hassim at? They ain't put Hassim on there. We got 1 for Africa on there. Yeah, where's Hassim at? They put him under UK? No way. I think he's from Africa. Who else won? There's one from Sweden. There's some other medals. They didn't put all the medals on there. They just put top 3. All right. We got Murasaki with Danaher. That's how they be doing it, though. They be putting all the Norwegians together. They put all the brothers together. They're like, instead of spacing these guys out, let's let them take each other out. All right, let's put the 2 black guys together. I know we only got 2 of them. Let's put them together, though. They said they could only have 1 of you guys in there. So, speaking of brothers, this should be me. I'm a little upset. That should be me. That's Sarah Hildebrand. She's an Olympic gold medalist. That should be me. I should be up in there. I should be up in there. I was slipping, guys. I should have been there. I could have had me a gold medalist. There's not too many gold medalist girls out there. Ah, man, we slipping. Dang, bro. We got Jonatas Gracie. He over here spending all his money.
Pode ir já? Filmando? Não, vim comprar travesseiro, né? Porque, felizmente, meu oponente aqui, ó. Ó, se liga só. Ó. Pum, ó meu... Aqui, ó.
I can grow it.
Pum, nesse exato momento aqui, eu fiquei tontinho, não entendi porra nenhuma o que tava acontecendo. Aí, pô, no outro dia eu acordei com o pescoço doendo e tal. Aí, pô, temos amigos médicos, né? Aí meu amigo falou, não, cara, você tá com o pescoço zoado.
Just go ahead and say all jiu-jitsu people.
Every archetype in MMA loses, except one. Strikers lose to wrestlers, wrestlers lose to counter artists lose to pressure tanks lose to chaos scramblers lose to angle specialists, everyone loses to someone. Except the geometry found a loophole. There's one archetype that beats every other style across 10,000 SGA simulations. Not because they're stronger, not because they're faster, and not because they're tougher, but because they break the rules of time, rhythm, and space. The most dangerous archetype in MMA is the angle thief rhythm disruptor. Let me explain. They don't stand in front of you, they don't follow your timing, they don't give you the same look twice, they don't fight on the beat you expect, they don't chase, and they don't retreat in a straight line. They steal angles faster than your brain can update position. They scramble chaos into advantage. They break your rhythm before you know you're in a fight. They erase your timing, erase your reads, and erase your comfort. This fighter is the nightmare opponent for literally every other archetype. Why? Because geometry hates predictability. And this archetype has none. 4D footwork, micro-angle pivots, asymmetric rhythm, no linear exposure, chaos adaptive scrambles. In our SGA 2.0 model, they are the only archetype that maintains a positive win rate against every other style in the UFC over 10,000 simulations. So ask yourself, are you a striker, a wrestler, a counter artist, a pressure walker, a chaos fighter? Or are you the one archetype that math says beats them all? If you want the blueprint of how this archetype moves, comment down below ARC and check out spiralcombat.com to learn more about how we built this model.
This man got some AI fighting model. Master Chat. That was a good one, CP. Master Chat GPT. IRS. They said 6,000 IRS employees owed about $50 million in back taxes. Wait a second. How many places guy got? Which guy? That guy? Yeah, IRS. Shout out to IRS. It says average of $8,000 per employee. Shout out to the IRS for not paying their bills either. This guy don't even have an amateur fight. Well, he's speaking like he did. Mush, you over here? Where you at, Mush? We just saw your homie. Let me play that video for Mush real fast. If I can find it. Give me 1 second. Oh man, where's you see? Let me find your homie real fast. Where is that homie at? Oh, here it is. You know, this Mush's homie right here.
What's up, everyone? Today I'm taking you through a day in the life as a professional jiu-jitsu athlete. As everyone saw, I switched teams to Art of Jiu-Jitsu, so the schedule changes slightly. I start the day waking up at 3:45 a.m., meeting my friend Noah at 4:15 a.m. to carpool and drive to Costa Mesa. The drive is about 1 hour and 30 minutes every morning. I end up training from around 6 to 9:30 a.m. this morning, then we grab some food and head back to San Diego. Once back, I taught 2 privates. I didn't film it as it's my client's time, so instead here's a video of me wearing a gi cruising on an electric skateboard. After the 2 privates, I headed to the gym to hit some strength, mobility, and injury prevention work. And finally, headed home to drill and practice all the stuff I learned today at AOJ in the morning. I'm so grateful to find a new gym I'm already loving so much. Guy, Hoffa Mendes, and all the coaches and students have been so welcoming, so I can't wait to represent the team this year. Lots of changes happen, however the goals stay the same. Follow along to support and see the journey of chasing a world title. What's up, everyone? Today
Let me play it one more time so Mush can just get a good view of it. Ratos.
I'm taking you through a day in the life as a professional jiu-jitsu athlete. As everyone saw, I switched teams to Art of Jiu-Jitsu, so the schedule changes slightly. I start the day waking up at 3:45 a.m., meeting my friend Noah at 4:15 a.m. to carpool and drive to Costa Mesa. The drive is about 1 hour and 30 minutes every morning. I end up training from around 6 to 9:30 a.m. this morning, then we grab some food and head back to San Diego. Once back, I taught 2 privates. I didn't film it as it's my client's time, so instead here's a video of me wearing a gi cruising on an electric skateboard. After the 2 privates, I headed to the gym to hit some strength, mobility, and injury prevention work. And finally, headed home to drill and practice all the stuff I learned today at AOJ in the morning. I'm so grateful to find a new gym I'm already loving so much. Guy, Hoffa Mendes, and all the coaches and students have been so welcoming, so I can't wait to represent the team this year. Lots of changes happen, however the goals stay the same. Follow along to support and see the journey of chasing a world title.
Shout out to the professional purple belts out there. Now, I didn't know purple belts could be professional, but what do I know? Did Andre give him the purple belt? I'm not certain. 1, 2, 3, Ratos. 2 tatami backpacks, and what a legend. Yep. Yes, sir. Well, is that 2 backpacks? That might be 1. Is that 1? That looks like 2. Snap says, don't you have to get paid to call yourself? Well, he's doing private lessons somehow. I don't know what's going on with this world. See, that's why I'm moving over to Judo. He says, watch, he leaves AOJ in less than a year and makes a new gym video. He should have just gone to Legion. Legion right next door, 15 minutes away. Keenan, you got Keenan there. Or he could have gone to Andres. What's up, Sarah? He wasn't training with Guy or Hoffa. He had an empty gym. Oh, yeah, he's not training. Yeah, he's not training. Why were Guy or Hoffa training with a purple belt? That's not a champion. You know, they're not going to train, and he's too big. That's where he really messed up because AOJ, you know, you got to be under middleweight if you want to, like, really get good over there. It's giving John DuPont. He's still in private lessons as a blue belt. Somebody had a good question here. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see. He says, how do you pay your bills? Asking for a friend. That's a good question. He trained John DuPont in prison from behind the grave. Someone says, he's part-time dancer at Cheetahs. Uh-oh. Living with your parents. Someone says, I second this question. Bro keeps getting in the way of my training. It's annoying. Says, I have never once paid anybody for private lessons in my life. Well, you a different type of person, bro. You a specimen. I think if you really hung up on a certain position or something, it would be okay to take a private lesson, or say like somebody's an expert, like say you wanted to get really great at bolos. Okay, do a private lesson with Hoffa Mendes or whoever. Like that would make sense to me. Grappling groomer has all the best questions. Just put yourself in that position until you learned it. Well, not everybody's got a mind that works like that, LL Snap. Not everybody, because you got an engineering mind, right? Not everybody thinks like that. Some people got to be told what to do. Some people don't even think. I bet that would surprise you. Did you realize some people can't even think? They just operate. They just operate. They got whatever program that's in there. That's what they operating on. He says, if you suck at getting choked out, give some of your back constantly until you learn. Well, some people never learn. I've seen that. I've seen some people just couldn't learn. Someone says, you're a boss to make that drive. Your consistency is always an inspiration. Now, how many times a week is he making that drive? Once a week? Twice a week? And he's not getting a discount. He got to pay the full price, $400. He got to pay $400. CP says, I think privates have a purpose at a certain point, but they should complement training and not completely supplement regular classes. Well, tell that to Moneyburger. All Moneyburger ever did was private lessons. He never did a regular class. He says, you know what? You're right. Roberto still hasn't learned leg lock defense, which makes no sense. He got access to the best guys. He got access to Mikey. He got access to Gordon. He got access to Craig. He got access to everybody. He got enough resources. He got all that money we gave him. he got all that money he scammed us out of. He can afford to take a private class or something. Somebody messaged me now. Oh, his dad burned a lot of bridges. Leg locks don't take long. Well, like I said, some people can't figure it out. When you got heel hook about 20 different times the same way, you got to figure that out eventually. We are going to talk about Gordon in a little bit. What did Kai Cenat have to say? Actually, let me see. Let me see. What was this?
Dated 5 women to see who I was going to marry to help me with my kids. And a Japanese woman won. I had a one. I didn't want to waste no more time. I met her in Japan. I met her after I did my first K1 fight. They gave me the big ass trophy. And right. She was a girl at the airport checking you in. And I'm from Memphis. I saw what I liked. I started sweating her. And she was sweating her up. Nice. I got her email. Took her 6 months to go on a date with me. She said, I bet you if you didn't have to be a single dad and you had help, you can be champion. She said, I'm going to move to America to help you be champion. So I married her because her got pregnant.
Where are you now?
I'm divorced. $500,000 down.
Damn.
But I kept all my houses and all that shit, though. Dated 5.
I don't know, that $500,000. Kai Cenat can't read. Well, and what's the other kid? Red Kai? That kid's special. See, we jump on jiu-jitsu people for making special people famous, but I mean, look at these streamers. Mikey was going to join your gym. Somebody pissed him off. Well, that's fine. Mikey would have left eventually anyway. He would have been gone the next week anyway.
Dominic Cruz gave me some pretty cool advice. I was talking to him, I was like, hey man, do the injuries ever get better? And he was like, you're in the wrong sport if you think the injuries are going to get better. He said, let me ask you something. Is the sacrifice of being injured your whole life and in pain worth this lifestyle that you want to live? And I'm like, 100%. He's like, then accept it. You're going to be injured your whole life. Like, be happy with that. And I was like, oh. Wow. And then he was like, you're living a lifestyle that not a lot of people live. So you got to be willing to be happy with the sacrifices that help you gain this lifestyle. He's like, don't try and remove them. He said, don't try and fix them. He said, accept them and make the most out of it. I'm like, dang. I was like, Dominic.
I haven't trained with them, CP, but CP, you got somebody here that's trained with them. Who do you think is trained with Dr. Rahadi Ferguson? Who do you think in the live chat has trained with them, CP? You talked to him about that. Who in the live stream is trained with Dr. Rahadi? Come on, CP. Terrible advice. Yeah, being injured for the rest of your life? For pennies? Nah, I think I'm okay. You could get a desk job and be okay. Yes, sir. There you go. CP, talk to Mush.
Most
you know Mush trying to make the Olympic team, CP. The Judo Olympic team. We got Bo Bartlett. So remember Bo Bartlett, him and Carter Starachi got into it. Remember that? Remember him and Carter Starachi? Well, Carter Starachi was bullying Bo Bartlett. And that's kind of what went down last year, actually.
Wrestlers waste their off season. It's the only time of the year where you can build without the pressure of competing every single weekend. And if you use it right, you can separate yourself. If you don't, you stay the same. 6 months of the work, 6 months of being stagnant. A lot of athletes are just adding more miles, more lifts, more live wrestling. That's not wrong. It's just incomplete. Real off-season practice should be intentional. We're going to work on coordination through tumbling, build wrestling-specific strength for the partner, dial in on clean entries, clean finishes, spar in the positions to build wrestling IQ, and then break down the mental component so that you'll be better prepared next time you step out on the mat. If you're serious about improvement before next season, this is for you. March 1st, Vista Grande, 2 to 4 p.m. Let's jump levels. Most wrestlers...
Shout out to Bo Bartlett. He seemed really nice. We did talk about Kai Cenat for a second. It says he addresses rumors, saying personal matters should have been handled privately. I'm not reading all that. Kai Cenat. Ever since they cut his hair, man, he been acting crazy. Yeah, I think the audio was messed up on that one. He says, I want to say this from my heart. It can be confusing to see news about me and the people around me that isn't true. I've been sharing my life online for a long time now and know that once you share aspects of your life with the world, it can be hard to keep things private. Tell that to Josiah. Tell Josiah to keep some stuff private. Tell him to keep everything private, actually. Tell him to stop posting. There have been rumors, speculations, and comments made about my previous relationship and my friends. I want to apologize for not addressing things sooner, but I needed to take a step back from social media and process everything. People react to things in different ways. It is an emotional time and should have been handled privately. If there's ever something important, something real for me to address or say, you will hear it directly from me. You'll always hear it from me. Don't let all the noise distract from that. This applies to everything in my life, my relationships, my businesses, my streams, everything. I wish the best to Gabrielle. Okay, Gabrielle. I'm throwing Brazilian names in there, Portuguese in there, and to ask to please respect both sides. He says, support Josiah getting arrested by buying I'm Not a Stalker, I'm Not a Creep t-shirts. Yes, sir. And send it to your local authorities. He does need to be locked up, though, bro. He do need to be locked up. Would it be better to be an orange cat or a tortoise shell cat? I don't know what you talking about. What you talking about, bro? We got some stuff we're gonna watch. Actually, let's see. What's the first thing? Let's look at Matt Serra first. See what Matt Serra's got to say. Matt Serra and BJ Penn talk about their first fight.
That you're gonna die about this, because I remember fight week. It was cool because it was in Mohegan Sun, which is a road trip for me and my boys. So it was kind of like
seen anything like it.
It was so I had a lot of the East Coast there guys for me. So you probably felt like enemy territory. I drove down there and I remember like shit, man, like. I felt like I had to train so hard because I knew what I was up against with you, BJ, the monster movie so far in the UFC. I was like, oh, geez. So I was training my ass off. And I remember the first time I ran into you and I didn't know how it was going to be. So I came up to you and I don't even remember this. You were very cold. You were very cold to me almost. And I'm like, BJ, you remember? Listen, let me say first, because I'm going to fess up to something. This is going to be so fun. So, BJ, so I'm like, oh, that's how it's going to be. And we were young. We were kids. So up until that point, it was dirty looks. When you're with your crew, I'm with mine. Right. We're sitting out. We walk into the cafeteria, whatever it was. We're sitting there. We're looking at each other. It feels like it could pop off at any time. Right, BJ?
That's true. And it's like, remember because there were so few people that you drink with everybody, but if you're fighting them, just that week, you guys, that's your guy you don't talk to, right? But that's true.
It's true, but BJ, there's a reasoning behind it. So this is so funny. We were getting our eyes checked, and we get out, and we were kind of still like posturing, And you said something like, so I guess we're not getting a drink after or something like that. I go, hey, man, you're being like this to me. And then you said something to me. Hey, listen, BJ. And then you go to me. You go, and this is parts of, I hope you remember this. You go, yeah, you told Dana you're going to put me in a dress or something like that. And I'm like, and I go, do you remember this?
No,
he don't remember nothing.
Dana kept saying hula boy.
He don't remember nothing.
So you said that to me, and you must have worded it differently because back then I didn't really hang with Dana at all. I go, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. And then you're like, all right, and this and that. And then I remember later on, and then we like shook and we're like, all right, after we'll have a drink. And then afterwards, I'm like, motherfucker. I go, I remember Dana came out like 2 months prior, and there was a Long Island-based press. There was like a marketing strategy they had to try to have us do 8x10s, and they were trying to market us. So we had like a marketing meeting, and then I was leaving that thing, and I was with Dana. And Dana, he goes, where you going? I go, I got to go run some hills, man. I go, and he's like, hey, man, BJ's tough. Now, look, I'm in fight mode. You know what I mean? He's telling me, hey, man. So I'm like, listen, man, and I said this. I swear to God, but I didn't put it together. When you said it to me, I didn't, because I go, listen, man. I go, I'm going to send them back to Hawaii in a hula skirt. BJ, I'm sorry. I'm fessing up now 20 years later.
You know what?
I'm sorry, BJ. I love you, man. I didn't, when you put it on.
That's not personal. Hey, that's part of the game. I mean, Leo Santos, I remember he goes one time like, oh, why are you talking like that about the guy? He didn't disrespect you. And I look at him and I go, when he put his name on the contract is when he disrespected me. Because that's how it feels. That's what it is.
BJ, right? it is, man. You have to have that mindset. So anyway, then that's why I'm like, that makes sense why the guy's being, I know we're gonna, so I didn't, because I never, so that's how that worked out. And then we had our fight. Now, listen, I'm going down. Now I knew, listen, I was just ready. I just felt like, I felt very dangerous, but I still was like, I'm about to go downstairs, and I had Gil Castillo was there. You know Gil Castillo? He's a Cesar Gracie guy. Cesar Gracie black belt.
Gil Castillo. Did he fight Matt Hughes that night or something?
Yeah, he might have. He fought Matt Hughes. He lost some fights, but he fought for the welterweight strap back in the day versus Dave Manette.
He did. He was in it, Gil.
Hey, old guys talking about the good old days. Before the CTE, the good old days. CP brought something up. Let's see if we can see it. Where's Mush at? It says 10,000 condoms vanish in 3 days. Temporary shortage hits the 2026 Winter Olympic Village. So, hey, listen. What did Mush say? He got week 1 judo, week 2. He gonna put work in. Fighting was easy back then because you're just fighting some random person that came out of a bar. I mean, but guys like BJ Penn and Matt Serra were good, but they were rare. Most people weren't trained like that. We got homegirl. Now I can't make no jokes. I made a couple of jokes and somebody got upset, so I can't make no jokes right now.
Any other positions that you see in jiu-jitsu that you're like, that would never work in MMA?
What's the one with their fucking reverse dog? Their
reverse close guard, where it's like
I can't make no jokes.
Dude, we're not doing that.
Okay, it does work in jiu-jitsu though. For a toe
for
hold?
jiu-jitsu, for sure.
Yeah, but you're saying like MMA.
MMA, I'm gonna get fucked up. I have someone's ass cheeks in my face. What am I supposed to do here? I'm just getting fucking punched from behind. Yeah, he's just fucking
you're like,
beep. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do there?
Any other positions that you see?
Yeah, somebody got upset, Mush, and crashing out on me. I'll let you guys figure out who's crashing out. Somebody got tired of jokes concerning that girl, so I'm gonna stop. People be crashing out on me, man. What was I about to say? That ain't what I clicked on. The thumb. What is the thumb up to? RIP to Jesse Jackson. He passed away. RIP. Train Angry posted this. Otto's pink team Barcelona. Barcelona. I'll just read this real quick. They kind of in some trouble too. They stole this from the Thumb. The Thumb came up with this pink team, pink Ottos. Mirasaki likes cakes. Yeah, respectfully, we'll be respectful. I just hope Galval didn't put his hands on her. That's all I hope. I ain't gonna read all this. There are some allegations against Gustavo Galval. We're not even gonna bring that up. Some other Galval people. Actually, let me just read that real quick. I know you guys tired of this. I'll just read real fast. 2014. First of all, I want to thank God for my achievements and wisdom, because without Him, there will be no victories. I want to thank my wife for always being by my side. Gustavo used to own Atos Barcelona with his wife. She left after numerous. Let me not read that. You can find out who Training Angry MMA is. Who, me? Who, Sarah? What are you talking about, Sarah? Dr. Thumb, American Soldier. Who promised black belts in 6 years? Who are you talking about, Sarah? Me? How can I find out who runs that? I don't know who runs that. My sources, I don't think I can find out. You got to ask Craig Jones or somebody. I don't know who's running that. What, you want me to DM them? They probably never. They're not gonna say. Bro, he posts too much, bro. The Thumb guy. You think the Thumb guy runs it? The Thumb guy promised black belts in six years. Oh. Sarah, listen now. Mush, talk to Sarah. She can find out who Train Angry MMA is. She got resources. She got the good background check. Kyle Terra got his black belt in 3.5 years, but I mean, that's an outlier if there ever was one. And Jonna said support women's grappling. She need more signatures though. It's a trap. You think the Otto's pink? Well, I would personally. I probably would stay away from Otto's if personally. I don't know who Train Angry is, man. He's probably never gonna say anything. He follows you. The Thumb does. I'm just seeing what he posted, bro. You think he's Freddie, the BJJ World TV guy? Possibly. You hear that much? It's possible. I don't know who any of these people are. They kept you at brown belt for half a decade. Train Angry. Oh, Train Angry follows you. Okay, I thought the Thumb follows you. Who was the guy in between Galval brother in that picture? Let me see. Where was I? I don't even know where it was. CP, where was it? Puerto Rican. The Cuckoo, Puerto Rico. I don't know where it is. CP, let me see if I can find it. Okay. It might be I don't want to put anybody's name in. Oh, this is where it was. This guy? That's Gustavo Galval. Right? I'm pretty sure that's Gustavo Galval. Oh, there's another person in between the pictures? The Game Plan podcast. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? You guys ask me stuff. I don't even know where I'm looking. I meant the other photo where they have JD and Gordon Ryan. I don't know. They need to take Lloyd off of there though, and take Mike Perez off of there. Worst instructors. Some of those, yeah, you can't put Lloyd in there. I don't really. I'm not saying I dislike Train Angry. They put some good stuff on here, but at the same time, I don't know if it's really helping too much. Yeah, I don't think it's really helping. Yeah, it's a troll. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like they might put 10% might be good, but some of the other stuff, man. And people say, somebody said I was not objective. I feel like I'm a little bit more objective than, I'm definitely more objective than Train Angry. Yeah. But you know why they're going to keep putting him on there. Yeah, they don't care about, yeah, it's true.
No arm.
I mean, yeah, if you beat the case in Virginia, I mean, you probably were innocent. Definitely got, like, yeah, they don't understand about Virginia in the 90s, yeah. And you know what? That case has nothing to do with jiu-jitsu or martial arts. It was before all that. These other guys over here preying on their students. No Andre. So it's a different, I think it's a completely different thing. But you see it, people constantly bring it up. Yeah. They beat the case too. And honestly, I mean, they should have never been there. You know, the one kid was, I remember he was stealing stuff. Can I say allegedly? I'm pretty sure that kid was stealing stuff. Like little stuff, you know. I don't think he has, but I mean, the only, who would he sue, CP? You can't sue trolls unless you know who they are. We got a crazy 4-way elimination match for main character. So let's see what this is. You know, some bonzo stuff.
While you're getting leg locked, which I like.
Yeah, I feel like it's unfair.
Just absolute crazy. And this is what we don't know, Landry. Has there been alliances that have been made behind the scenes?
You have no idea.
You got guys drinking beers in the lobby, just kind of hanging out. We don't know what was discussed. So a lot of action here. We see Derek Rayfield, a.k.a. Dennis Rodman, going after Planto, who's just throwing him into other components.
Wow!
So this looks like chaos.
On the back of Devin King with it's some excitement.
So Devin King was working on a
That's the kid, Joseph Chin. That's the kid that Joseph Chin messed his leg up.
A slower match going over here, and we got a more intense match. A lot of energy. They're also at the same time watching on the other side. Mason sits to an ankle.
So Mason sitting to an ankle here. But Devin inverting underneath, taking the pressure off. So Derek Rayfield gets a tap via triangle. So Noah Elledge is out.
Noah Elledge has to sit out. Now we got 3 guys on the mat.
And Derek Rayfield just likes a line. Looks like a line
See,
just
CP.
letting the deers kill themselves. And then
So it's a different format. I think you get tagged in. Yeah, you have to tag him in.
Popcorn over there. Oh, looks like it's his turn.
So I don't know what's happening right now. So Devin shooting on a double.
But nice.
Wait, I don't understand.
From Rayfield onto the crucifix. Mason jumping in at the same time.
I mean, this looks like a public school in an urban area.
What can I say, man?
I mean,
definitely.
What can I say?
Madness. And is Derek Rayfield going to go 2 for 2 here? Has the head and arm grab.
They defend these guys that are fleeing. All these people fleeing the law. They support them over.
And now Devin.
Take the back of Rayfield.
Whoa, what just happened here? So Derek Rayfield is getting attacked.
Looks like Mason's not allowed to choke him at the same time. just has to sit and watch.
So Devin Woods attacking the leg.
Wait, who? There's no team.
Kind of looking like the new kid at recess, just trying to find a friend.
Yeah, he's taking advantage of what he has so far.
Yeah, it's kind of bad.
3-on-1. Can Devin Kane get the tap on Derek Rayfield?
And nice late stage escape out of that heel hook by Derek Rayfield, and now it's Mason against Devin Kane Woods.
This is like a.
Rayfield gets a second to sit, take a breather after all
It's
that
like a
just
porno.
happened.
And I don't think he's frustrated with that breather. So he had a quick submission, now he gets a break.
Yeah.
And I feel like Mason's just, unfortunately, had to be the one that's always in a bad situation here. Rolling through here into that calf crusher.
This is very high intensity so far. I'm really
Let me
liking it.
miss
I
this.
really like this. I feel like they should do this more often. You don't normally see it.
Oh, wow, maybe a twister setup for Mason Planto.
Mason Plano backs off.
And he just hands Derek Rayfield an appetizer.
Seems like...
But kind of in an odd situation there for Mason. He gave
Is Gina Carano versus Ronda Rousey MMA May 16 on Netflix real? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he's just attacking Derek.
They need to bring back the team
was about
MMA
to
with
say, maybe
obstacle
Mason
course.
is
I never saw that.
Mason yelling, what do you want me to do?
He's going for the armbar. Okay, that might be it.
He has an armbar pretty tight.
Pause jitsu, yeah.
But Derek, not
Centipede. This looks like human centipede jiu-jitsu. This one BS, yeah.
Derek Rayfield bearing the brunt.
See, this is why we not a real sport. This is why we not a real sport.
He's not attacking. He's just sitting there.
This is why we not a real sport.
Photo op right in front of the photographer. Looking for a new LinkedIn photo. I don't know if that will do him
We not a
justice.
real sport, bro.
But now he finds himself with knee on belly on Derek Rayfield.
Mason's taking a second to listen to his coach, hear what's going on.
I don't know if that's his coach or just a friend that's giving him bad
So we're
advice.
just telling him.
The color commentator don't even know what's going on.
Oh, wow, right into a heel hook is Derek
That
Rayfield.
might be it. No?
And that's crazy. I've never seen that happen. Your buddy swoops in and defends the heel hook for you.
Mason really just wants action. Look, Devin's messing with
See,
his
this is what
head
happen when people train
while
ecologically.
he's fighting. You never see this.
When people train ecological, this is what happens.
They both are attacking Rayfield at the
This is
top.
what happens, everybody. Look it up. They had a team MMA in Russia. Oh, that stuff. I don't know if we could play that. We could look it up, though. I know what you're talking about. Now, that's crazy stuff, Ellis,
They
now.
had a gentleman's agreement
Yeah.
to attack Derek Rayfield, and now Mason plays heel.
He's out.
But now he finds himself in the bottom of an armbar. So now
These guys ain't got no fundamentals.
gentleman's agreement
Rayfield
stays.
jumps
These
back
guys ain't
in.
got no fundamentals.
Maybe they can sort
King
of
of the
make an
streets.
agreement to
What is
just
that?
Attack Mason.
What is that, Mush?
Mason looking to swoop in.
Let me see.
Right into an inside heel hook.
You know,
Mason
you know,
is
you know that copyright. When that
They're
screen go
yelling
black,
no to
man.
Mason because you're not allowed
So I
to
think
have two people attack one.
Well,
Street fighting profession.
I think what
I'm
Derek
not
did,
sure.
which is smart,
Let me
is
see.
Devin almost went for a leg lock, and there are no heel hooks when two guys are
That's the
attacking.
biggest issue with YouTube. You know, they're gonna hit you with some.
And that's going to piss off Derek, a.k.a. Dennis Rodman.
It's like
Rayfield.
scrappy white belts flailing around. Well, that's the future of the
I think
sport right
may
there.
be a problem between the both of them.
At least Mason's giving some, like, crowd
Yes, kind of
reactions.
sucks.
So to
Mason's
clarify what
definitely-
we're watching, you can have a gentleman's agreement, and there can be a submission. It just can't be a leg submission when it's 2-on-1. So, a rear naked choke.
Nobody understands the
fine.
rules. It's,
And I'm curious.
it's like
if
ADCC
Derek
all
will
over
let this
again.
happen to get a one-on-one shot with Mason after
sure.
the little cowboy ride sequence.
Derek
Oh man, right into the kids'
possibly
table.
into the table.
Yeah, that's the guy that
And that
Joseph
one kid
Chin
didn't flinch.
destroyed his leg.
Again.
Didn't flinch.
Mason jumping back in. Man, This
Josiah.
is crazy to watch. You never know what's
Did you
gonna
hear
happen.
what Ella Snap said about Josiah, bro?
Noah Elledge just gets to sit on the
Ella
side.
Snap, tell him what you told me.
This to your buddy that doesn't know jiu-jitsu.
That's nice
I
double.
know, right? Watching three different people roll at the same time. Devin Kane Woods just laying in the middle of the match, taking a breather. He does not want to jump back in for a second. Got 3 minutes, 25 seconds on the clock. Rayfield could possibly wrist lock here, is what we heard from the crowd, but Mason gets off and lets Devin
Much said, no
I'm
Andre. Yeah, no
curious
Andre.
about the strategy in a match like this. Like, I
Oh,
would think
wow.
at this point, if you're one
In
of these three
jiu-jitsu or
competitors,
wrestling?
you want one-on-one against somebody
Oh,
else.
no.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
You need to take somebody out.
yeah.
Most likely the person that's
Slamming?
gonna be easier.
Was it fight to win or something?
That's what you would think.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was a lot of thought put into this by any of these competitors.
Was it fight to win?
I think
Elo
they're just
snap?
going for whatever they can
Who has
go
slamming
for.
for little kids? I mean,
no, like,
nobody's got
Tyson
slamming for
could've
little
done that.
kids.
So now
What
there's a
tournament
fight
was that?
amongst people in the second row that don't know the rules. And
Oh, man, that's sad,
this
bro.
is fun.
Definitely interesting. I know a lot of people are probably very confused.
Buy a t-shirt, put a predator away.
They don't know.
2.5
We're gonna sell 1 million
So
t-shirts
aren't
because we
allowed
got
to do.
a lot of
Yeah,
predators in this
I
sport.
wonder how much thinking you had to do and how much time.
Yeah, this is something Josiah made up. Josiah made this up.
Well, one would think, what's the most important thing? Prepare for the jiu-jitsu match?
The thing is, if Josiah made it up, these guys would be shirtless and there would be some baby oil or something.
DMing and being like, hey, you're my partner.
He had these guys slipping and sliding all night long, dancing the night away.
You just can't find an alliance over here. I feel like they're just all going after each other, which is definitely a different approach.
Yeah, Mush a good voice of reason, you know.
So, Derek Rayfield wanting
Elo
to
Snap was about to spend some money on this kid. Mush said, nah, man, don't spend that money on him. And you know what? He was right, because that man's a criminal in my eyes.
Talking to each other.
He need to be arrested.
Nice Kimura. Can Devin
Josiah need to be arrested for everybody's safety.
busy about not showing his underwear.
And his YouTube channel need to be
Oh,
deleted.
wow. Legs Kimura now for Devin Kane Woods on Mason.
Daniel's just sitting there.
Oh,
on
that's
his
nasty.
legs.
The
That's-
wrist is behind the back.
Okay, that's the mission. That Trico Plata might be on, though. He might need a tap. That Trico Plata was on.
Devin Kane Woods.
You can't BS that Trico Plata.
Onto the back of
He about to get
Devin.
tapped out, too.
Let's see, can Derek take the finish? Looks like he has a pretty tight choke. And he
Yeah, he need to go to jail.
with some amazing submissions.
He need to go to jail. Let me see what you guys were posting real fast. What was the MMA? I'm gonna look at real fast. I'm not gonna. Taking pictures and adding yourself into his pictures is wild. Yeah, well, this gotta be illegal, bro. All the stuff he's been doing is illegal. What's the thing you said to see Elo Snap? And then Mush sent something too. I cannot search the not MMA song. Obstacle course, you said? Let me see if we can watch a little bit of it. We'll try to watch a little bit of it. We can't watch too much on here. We can't watch too much. Copyright. King of Streets, what you want to see? Okay, so they got the MMA with the obstacle course. That looks like what we just saw. You know somebody got paralyzed. They got Elo Snap over there. Me and Elo Snap over there fighting. Well, that actually might be pretty fun. I mean, you get a CTE for falling and getting punched at the same time. Woo! Jiu-jitsu. Yo, he just fall off. Someone just tackle you from up high. They got the brother team over there. I mean, I've never been in a bar shaped like an obstacle course, but all right. Hopefully, copyright didn't get us for that one. King of Streets. We'll watch a little bit. You know, I don't got a. You know, I had to get confirmation from these people to watch this stuff. Usually, King of the Streets. Misspelled that. You know they're gonna hit me with copyright. Maybe we can watch a very. Can we watch Joe Rogan? Oh, we can't. We can't watch that. Let's see. let's try to watch a little bit of the clip, and we'll see what we can do. The guy in the green shirt looks like Helena. Oh, you said I'll have to check it out. They got good production though. They got good production. Let me see a little bit. Oh, they say wear shoes. Basically a street fight. Oh, right on the knee. Oh, yeah. That's it. No? That's kind of gladiator-ish right there. We need a good camera when we live stream too. Them street fights don't be lasting long. That does look like some gladiator stuff. Alrighty, we do got some more stuff. Hopefully, copyright didn't get us. We okay? We got some Olympic qualifications.
The Shintaro
So Mush need this. This is what Mush need. These guys are real gladiators. That's what LO Snap. Well, you can't put LO Snap in there. You might double leg somebody. Can you double leg people in there? We've got Olympic qualifications with Shintaro Higashi. So Mush, this is for you.
Show is sponsored by Judo TV, your premier destination.
Mush, how can I get the Judo TV sponsorship? Mush, come on, Mush.
For live and on-demand judo coverage. Never miss a throw. Higashi brand. AI.
Kim, what's up, David?
How you doing?
Very
Doing
good, very
great.
good. And yeah, today we're going to talk about Olympic qualifications. It's out for the United States.
Yeah, it's been a while. I know people have been like chomping at the bit to get those, get those rules, in their hands. So what's the latest?
Well, so the latest is you can directly qualify for the Olympics by the IJF criteria, which is 17th in the world. And there's wild cards, this and that, all that. Everyone knows that qualification system. The other one is a trial-based system. So if someone like at 73 kilograms qualifies directly, that weight class is already full, that person's going.
Yeah.
2 people directly qualify, those 2 will have a best 2 of 3, that kind of situation. Like they'll fight it out, right? Actually, don't quote me on that part. But if no one directly qualifies, they'll have a 8-person Olympic trials, which is very exciting.
Which is likely, right? Because there are going to be a lot of spots where people are not in the top.
Every weight class.
I need the hookup, man. If anybody got the Judo TV
will
sponsorship,
qualify for the Olympics. And the problem with last time there was an Olympics was that only 3 or 4 people qualified for the United States because the international criteria for qualifications is so difficult.
Yeah, so stringent.
Yeah, back in the day, all you had to do was your weight class had to qualify by being someone had to be top 6 in the Pan Ams, and then the weight class directly qualifies, and then the U.S. Judo decides how they're going to send who. So that was like a thing. Like majority of the weight classes were qualified, and then I think in the last 20 years or so, the IJF were like, all right, we're going to decide. There's a direct qualification system. Now the U.S. just doesn't decide, and now it's much, much, much more difficult now to qualify for Olympics. And then, like I said, last time only 3 or 4 people went to the Olympics for the U.S.
Yep.
But this time, right, 7 men, 7 women, 14 slots. That's amazing, So this is a great opportunity.
Full team, yeah, full team.
Full team, yeah. So kind of scary, kind of exciting, and here's the criteria for the 8-person trial. You ready for this one?
Let's hear it.
They're going to use international events as obviously evaluation, so they're watching who did what, this person's winning here, that person's winning here, this person's kind of, right?
This is USA Judo who's doing this.
is going to watch how
Yeah.
people
Yep.
do on the international circuit.
Yep.
And then they're going to use 3 events sort of as evaluatory. What is the word? Evaluation-ish
criteria. Yeah.
tournament. It's going to be President's Cup in November this year.
Okay.
And then the 2 national championships coming up.
So
Not
they're
this one,
using
but the-
existing.
yeah.
So they're using existing.
So that means we got to get
events
much
to have people
to
fight it out.
those tournaments. That's what I'm hearing.
They said they're going to use existing events to evaluate athletes to be in the top 8. And, you know, they don't have a point system or anything like that, right? So it just said evaluate. So, you know, whatever that means, you
A little
know.
squishy.
I guess if you win,
They got to make it more
President's Cup,
complicated
maybe you'll
than
be
that.
considered for a slot, you know, who knows, right? But, you know, that kind of stuff kind of gives me like a little bit of that, you know, couldn't sleep when I heard that.
What? Be more specific. What do you mean? Like, what is keeping you up at night about that whole that criteria or lack of?
Well, you know, let's just say, for instance,
I think it's the
magically
travel
lose
to
30
the tournaments is
pounds
the hard
and
part.
I go to the President's Cup and I win it.
The travel
Right.
and preparation, I think, is the.
I think I won it
see.
before. Yeah,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
won,
I see now.
you know, so
Now I
this
see
is-
why
yeah.
you're losing sleep. Yes.
So it's like, yeah, you know, but then the other side of me is like, Shintaro, you know, you're 41 years old.
Yeah.
You know,
He can't go to the
but
Olympics.
the other part of me is like, listen, man, you won President's Cup before.
Nah,
you won U.S.
shut up-
Nationals
shut up,
before.
Higashi. No.
You know,
No.
President's Cup, 2 U.S. Nationals. Can you string together 3
No,
tournaments
Higashi,
and win
no.
it and then
Get
limp
out of
into
there.
a trial?
Leave
and
it.
then do
Leave it
well?
for mush.
You know, the crazy part of me is like, you can.
Yeah.
But then my logical side's like, Shintaro, you don't even train anymore. You know,
He's like, I
mean,
don't
like,
even
do
train, don't even
enjoy it, but, like,
train.
that's not training, you know. It's
Yeah. That's not the same.
hanging out,
It's-
you know,
yeah.
working out, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like baseline type of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it kind of
that is
reminds me of
exciting that the
Tokuzo,
criteria's
like
not
at the Tokyo Grand Slam, right? It would be kind of. I mean, he's older than you are, but
Let me tell you something. He could do it also.
Now let the young guys.
he
have
can do it
bro.
also. Yeah, like, and you know what? This is the thing, right? Like, before he fought in the Tokyo Grand Slam 3 or 4 years ago, we would have been like that. It's crazy. But then he fought in the Tokyo Grand Slam, won 2 or 3 matches, and then he's been going out there every year. And now it's like, okay, you still have the ability to do it, you know? So, like, why wouldn't he go for a President's Cup in the 2 U.S. Nationals? He would.
Yeah.
He would.
Like,
He
why
should.
not? Yeah.
And that'll be a great story. Can you imagine the entire Olympic team lineup with just guys in their 40s and 50s?
talk about
Imagine.
representing.
Yeah.
You know,
Travis
Gen
comes
X.
back at 81. I come back at
Travis
90,
can't come.
Topo
No,
at
stop.
100.
Stop. He said Travis Stevens can come back to 81. Has he not seen Travis Stevens in years? Travis Stevens looks 250, 230, 250. Travis Stevens can't get down to no 80, 81 kg. How? Shintaro crazy. He's crazy. Am I wrong? I don't believe Travis Stevens don't look like he trained at all. There's no way. It's not possible. He would need to start dieting right now to get to 81. He got ring rust. that man been utilizing a hammer more than the gi. Now I think Shintaro need to just help fundraise. Travis need to help coach. They need to stay out of it, man. Stay out of it. Can't have these old dudes out there about to get crushed by all the other teams. Come on, man. That's too much.
Wait a minute. The average age for the U.S.
Yeah.
Olympic team is 46. What's going on here?
Yeah. there's
46.
something wrong.
That's not going to happen. None of this is going to happen. This is just
Yeah.
me kinda
Okay.
like,
But it's fun to think about.
No, don't even.
it's fun to think
You
about, because like whenever you do cardio, that's what you think about.
Yeah.
I know I
Yeah.
do.
Just
Right?
on the bike thinking.
On the
man,
bike, this is the shot. You know, L.A.
L-Snap
2028.
traveling in style.
Yeah.
Every weight class is already qualified.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
never know.
What dreams are made of.
Yeah, and you know, let me tell you, man, they just did a veterans tournament in New York, which is
Oh,
like
yeah.
they call it veterans now because they wanted to reserve the Masters label for like tennis, the Masters in tennis, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of parallels between international tennis and international judo.
Mm-hmm.
You know the system, right?
Yep.
Are there parallels?
So the Masters of the veterans, the old people judo tournament, came to New York and they had a record showing. They had close to 300 athletes.
That's a record
nice.
showing.
Just older guys doing this thing.
Yep.
And
Judo 300's record showing. Come on, Judo. I guess there's less divisions, right? And there's no belts, just black belts. So, we gotta help Judo, bro.
And I thought some of my friends were just going to walk over and destroy everybody because they're in good shape in their age.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys lost.
Oh.
Which means the level of older guys doing judo now has risen.
Right. Right.
Because I'm not talking just like some of my friends who were just like regular judo hobbyist bums. I'm talking these guys were competitors back in the day.
Yeah. Right.
You know, and they're like, oh, you know,
like former
theory,
teammates.
like,
kind of.
yeah, they should be destroying these guys.
Yeah.
But no. So it's like, all right, you know, old man judo, right?
Not so old. Not so old anymore.
Maybe there's a shot for you. There's a shot for everybody.
Yeah. Hey, if they've got a white belt division, I'm happy to go in there.
You want to make an Olympic team, David?
Yo.
Only Tomonage.
Tomonage.
Anytime someone puts a hand on you, go Tomonage.
Put him on the Wheaties box.
Go into your De La Riva guard.
Yeah, I'm going right into the Tsunoda game. I'm going to track her down.
Tsunoda, De La Riva, and then you got a Berimbolo.
Yeah, right. It'd have to be quick,
then you submit all the 20-something-year-old top national American judo guys.
Yeah. I don't know.
You ready, David?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do this.
You got to make 66, though. 66 kilos. 145 pounds.
Dad bod.
We need a I want to be like Mush t-shirt.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool.
You know, that now that you mention this, I mean, just to take it away from just, older people or Tokuzo or anything, but it does feel like there is room for some like gaming here by people.
Yes.
Right.
Sure.
Like there's a lot of gaming. It may not really, and it also
you hear that, Mush?
Is interesting because it may not increase the U.S. chances of meddling, right? Even with Tokuzo, like he's at the Grand Slam, like he's, working out with his guys at Tenri, beforehand, like he's training, he's in great shape. Is there someone at his weight class right now that is like okay?
Yeah, 100 kilogram. There's this kid Daniel Lubimuski from actually New Jersey at Colton's gym. He's
so you know him? Like
I know.
Like you've
seen this kid before.
Yeah.
And
Russian kid.
I can't definitively say Daniel will beat him.
Yeah.
But Daniel's young and tough.
Yeah.
It's hard to say, right? But it's not like Tokuzo's not in the mix. He can be.
What class is Mush going
for? A lot of these older
for?
guys can be.
What weight class you going for, Mush?
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So, it's kind of exciting to see this. And then, guys, don't quote me on the criteria. It's on the USA Judo website on the front page.
Right.
So don't come after me. Maybe I misspoke. Maybe President's Cup's not in November. Maybe
I might
it's
check
October.
it out real fast.
Don't quote me on this thing. Go look
Right.
at the thing yourself. Don't take my information. Right, at hard value.
Do your own research.
Do your own research. Yes. Yeah.
Oh my
But
God.
nonetheless, man, it's exciting, to know what the path is, and it's a very unique year because it's the easiest year to make an Olympic team since I'm talking 2008.
Yeah. No.
The last time the U.S. had an Olympic trials was in 2008. I fought in that Olympic
2008?
Yeah.
I lost. It was a top 8 thing, and I was like 6th or something like that.
Yeah. Yep.
And I lost, but, even that year, like Adler Volmar won the trials and he went to the Olympics and I won. I beat him.
That's an AI
twice
picture.
in the,
I'm going to come back to this in a
time
second.
preceding the year before the Olympic trials.
Right.
So,
Right.
and then after that, 2012, 2016, trying to make it internationally, very, very difficult. The qualifier just got extremely difficult. I was 43rd. But you couldn't even say it was close almost because and there's gaming too, right? You go to certain events in Africa that are not as tough.
Yeah.
I went to Samoa to gain some points. Some of the oceanic tournaments not as tough, but really what it came down to, like you talked about the gaming, was you have to make a Pan Am team and win a Pan Am tournament. And then you get these crazy amount of points and then you qualify for the Olympics.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, it's never going to be as easy as it is now to make an Olympic team for the U.S.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
Because even back then, I mean, if,
gotta go,
like you're
man.
going to the quote
Got no choice
unquote
but to go.
easier tournaments to try and just give yourself an opportunity, right? And those aren't easy either, right?
No,
I mean, like
but
people are trying to kill you there
used
too.
to be-
So
used to be World Cup, Grand Prix, Grand Slam, and the differential in points were like 100, 200, 300 for winners, right?
Right.
So it wasn't too much. So then you could go to all these like minor World Cup events and then gain a bunch of points and then stack it up and not be exposed at the Paris Grand Slam or the Tokyo Grand Slam. But now it's called the Continental Open.
Yeah.
Grand Prix up here and then Grand Slams up here. So it's like it's very difficult to the point differential is
too
in
big.
ratio with the difficulty of the events. Not in ratio. What is a word? You're a
Proportional.
math guy. Proportional. Yes, there you go. And that's why you went to Harvard, and I did not.
I good word. Yeah.
Good word. Yeah. Good math, science.
Okay, so it's still early days on this qualification stuff, but it does seem like it feels like there'll be a lot of drama though, because who the hell knows?
Tons of drama.
Like
Who
who's
the
going to
hell
come
knows,
out? Who's going to,
Yeah.
secure that spot? So I actually think it might be interesting to kind of
And
follow
what does it
this
even
story.
mean to evaluate you based on these events?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could go and win it, but then be like, oh, according to evaluation, you've had a stroke, you have knee surgery, you're old. We're not going to let you fight in the trial. That could happen.
Yes.
You know?
Don't fight in the trial, Higashi. You don't need to be in that trial.
Yeah,
As
I mean, it
opposed
is
to, like-
squishy. It is squishy.
It is. But
One of the comments says, zoom in. We don't have the best of luck looking at. We don't have the best of luck looking at comments. Usually Josiah's in the comments. It says we might start to see people from BJJ from higher levels come in if it's that easy to compete in the trials. Just copy Natsumi Tsunoda's game. Look up what Claudio Calasanz did at 2025 Veterans Worlds in Paris last year. Who's Natsumi Tsunoda? Let me see who this is real quick, and then we'll jump over to USA Judo. Oh, it's the girl? She does Tomoenage? Oh, we need Tomoenage. I want to see her do it. I don't want to see Higashi do it. Oh, hello. Who is that? That's her? Okay. Oh, I might need me a judo girl. Uh-oh. I didn't know I needed a judo girl in my life. I might need one. Uh-oh. I might need a judo girl. I might need me a judo girl. The Tomoenage queen? Okay, I might need I might need the Tomoenage queen. Hey. Hey. She got other throws. See, look. I need to work on my Tomoenage. My Tomoenage is just not good. Oh, you right on her head. I ain't play that music. That Tomoenage is good though. I mean, they are smaller weight class. She kind of does it kind of straight on. She doesn't really hit the angle. Nice. All right. Instead of a trap queen, I might need a Tomoenage queen. Look at that. And they know what's happening too. Her grips are kind of different though. I'm gonna practice this today in geek class. Oh, she had both sleeves that time. Yeah, I need to work. Ooh, that was nice too. I need to work on my Tomoenage. All right, we just wanted to see what's going on. Let me jump over here real fast. So this is Zoltan Bathory. That's the dude that wasted all his money on PGF. That's the guy wasting all his money on PGF. That's an AI picture. That ain't real. He's a 4th degree black belt. That ain't no real picture, is it? That look like AI generated. USA Judo is pleased to announce the contribution from founding guitarist of Five Finger Death Punch. Did anybody like Five Finger Death Punch? I'm sorry. It says the band is expanding the mission with the launch of its campaign to support elite athletes. What is going on? It's supporting elite athletes in the sports of judo and BMX and jiu-jitsu and align with the upcoming Olympic and Paralympic Games being held in American soil. A portion of ticket sales from the 2026 USA Tour, which is this year, will be allocated to support the United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee recognized national governing bodies for judo and BMX. So they're putting money into that judo girl, yeah. I might have to do some more research later. But so Five Finger Death Punch putting their ticket sales, a portion of their ticket sales into the USA Judo and USA BMX. Bathory was selected USA Judo, the national governing body of judo, as his beneficiary. Okay. While the vocalist, he chose USA BMX. Says the United States, it's a fact that the United States is one of the only major countries in the world where the government does not fund Olympic and Paralympic athletes or their training programs. Our athletes are competing against nations with fully funded teams, while the USA team rely almost exclusively on private donations and sponsorships. Bro, if I had some money, I would sponsor USA Judo and USA Wrestling. Can't sponsor USA Jiu-Jitsu because that's not a real thing. There is a USA Grappling, though. Says the contributions will help fund essential resources for the athletes, covering coaching, travel, equipment, and the rigorous training required to compete on the world stage. With no direct government funding for the USA Olympic and Paralympic sports, this initiative helps raise both financial support and awareness for the athletes who represent Team USA. Okay, how much he giving? How much he giving to them? How much he giving? That's what I want to know. Can I outdo him? Now where can we find the USA Mush? Is Mush here? Where can we find the? I want to see what the Olympic qualifications are. Trying to see. Can we partner? How do you partner with USA Judo? They need the Alec News Network. I want to be on here. Smooth Comp's on there. I don't see the Higashi said it was on here. I don't see it. Okay, preliminary notice to the LA 28 athlete selection procedure. Here we go, Mush. I know some of you guys don't know this, but Mush, in our live stream, he's aiming for the 2028 Olympics. So let's see what it says real fast. We're just gonna read this real quick. Zoom in a little bit. Where the thing at? Preliminary notice to the athlete selection procedure 2028 Olympic Games. To provide information in a timely manner, USA Judo is releasing this preliminary notice to the athlete selection procedures for the 2028 Olympic Games. This document is being written as a complement and is not a substitute to the 2028 Olympic Games athlete selection procedure. Anticipated athlete eligibility criteria. Athletes must have been born on or before the 31st of December 2013. So much is good. As validated by the passport used for accreditation registration. Athletes must comply with all International Judo Federation IJF eligibility requirements. We're not going to look at that. Athletes must be a national of the United States and hold a valid USA passport that will not expire from 6 months after the conclusion of the games. So much you got to make sure your passport is up to date. He's on. So Mush and Lakea both are on the Masters program. I don't know if you know about the Masters program. You guys remember during Christmas we were doing the fundraiser for the Masters program? So Lakea and Mush are both on that team. Athletes must adhere to all USA Judo, USADA, and all whatever the drug testing organizations are. Athletes must comply with the background check policy and safety policy. 2028 Olympic Games qualification systems manual for judo has been published here. I don't know what that. We're not gonna look at that either. Anticipated qualification pathway. So I believe they're gonna have a trial, Quan. So they said this is like the best. This is like the best time to qualify for Olympic judo. It says Tier 1 direct qualification per the 2028 Olympic Games qualification. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see that. For each of the 7 female and 7 male weight classes, the 17 highest ranked athletes in the IJF world ranking. So you got Mush and Lakea have to make sure they're ranked 17th in IJF. Wait, it's the 17 top people. Lakea's masters. It's fine. You get there's no age cap. They have to be born before 2013, so he's good. He's good. So the 17 highest ranked athletes in the IJF world ranking list of the Olympic qualifications period will directly qualify by name in their weight division for the games. If only one USA athlete is ranked within the top 17, he or she will be nominated to the Olympic team. So you got to tell Lakea to get his ranking up. He got to get ranked higher. If 2 athletes are ranked in the top 17, they will compete in a best-of-3 head-to-head matchup with the winner nominated to the team and the other athlete as the first alternate. Lakea, bro. Did I tell you I saw Lakea at ADCC trials? I didn't recognize him. I was like, Lakea, is that you? I had to put my eyes on him like this. I was like, Lakea, wait a second. What happened to you? What happened to you, man? I looked at Lakea. I was like, what? What happened? Tier 2. So Tier 1, either you're ranked top 17, which probably going to be pretty tough for most American athletes, right? Tier 2, athletes who are not nominated to the team via direct qualification will be nominated based on 2028 USA Judo Olympic trials. So that might be how Lakea gets in there. Nah, that's not what happened. That girlfriend didn't make him into that. That's something else. It is anticipated that a total of 8 male and 8 female athletes per weight division will qualify to compete at the Olympic trials based on their participation in the evaluation events in Section D. Additional information regarding the qualifications pathway to Olympic trials will be outlined later. So we got 2 people in the chat. Well, one person in the chat that's going for the Olympics and another person that I know going for the Olympics. It is intended that athletes being considered for nomination to the 2028 Olympic Games may be evaluated on their performance at any of the below listed tournaments or events. Please note that additional evaluation events will be added as dates and locations are confirmed. However, additional USA Judo events are not expected to be added in advance of the 2026 USA Judo President's Cup. So you got June 15th and 2026 to June 12th, 2028. So next 2 years, they had the IJF Junior and Senior events. So placing in those going to be really important. November coming up, they have the Judo President's Cup. So Mush got to go do that one. November. Mush need to do all of these. He need to do the senior events, IJF Senior event. He need to do the President's Cup. He needs to do the USA Judo Nationals events, which is going to be next year. And then the Judo Olympic trials, which will be in 2028. So, Mush and Lakea got a lot of work on their hands. But yeah, we'll listen. All we trying to do is raise money so they can get to the Olympics, right? We got to get that money for them. Let's take a little break. We're gonna look at Kainan, a day in the life of Kainan Duarte. This is a couple years ago. So this is before the Auto split. Okay, he's still at Autos in this video. You got that shaky cam.
dia.
Buenos dias, segundo. Ei, time! Stop! Essa semana aqui a galera vai lutar o PAN. Daí não tá rolando treino das 7 da manhã. Então hoje, essa semana inteira eu vou treinar às 9 da manhã e às 6 da noite. Então eu vou ter que aumentar a quantidade de treino. Mas pelo menos não vou ter que acordar tão cedo.
O que você tá comendo?
Foi 2 pão integral, 3 ovos e 20 gramas de cottage. E aqui tenho... Era pra ser 500 ml, né, de suco total, mas eu acredito que deve ter uns 350. Daí eu coloquei meio suco de beterraba e meio suco de laranja. É o mix. Essa aqui é a dietinha do dia. Mas não vai querer copiar, hein, galera, porque a dieta é individual. A galera pergunta bastante sobre
dieta, special diet.
A dieta tem que ser individual, então procure um nutricionista.
That's okay. Yeah, but when you watch Joseph's vlogs, you gotta watch him talk about bags all day.
Agora eu vou tomar a suplementação.
Where are the syringes at?
Eu vou tomar creatina.
Where is Let me see your supplements, bro. Is that USADA?
Magnesium.
Nah, where the real supplements at? He said Joseph Chin vlogs are better.
Pra dar aquela energia, ó.
Honestly, nobody's vlogs are good. See, look, he got you purchasing bags.
Vai ser bom tomar pré-treino. Mas geralmente eu não tomo pré-treino quando eu
They need to speak English in these vlogs if they want more views. Well, they get more support with the Portuguese, to be honest. Brazilian. They're making it for a Brazilian audience. Much he'll hook this guy. He did he'll hook that guy. Some of those medals got taken away, though, if I remember correctly. 1, 2, 3, Ratos! Andre, don't come after me. I'm sorry.
Tá batendo, pô.
This vlog, it's old. It's kind of old. Quan. It's from 2 years ago.
E aí, chefão, chegando na postura, hein, pai? Tá atrasado, você chegou cedo, hein? Esse cara só zoa, meu.
My man got the Honda. Wait a second.
Chegou cedo, hein?
He got the Honda. Now, I don't know if you see these other guys. They be riding around in Porsches and Cybertrucks. He in the Honda. See, that's real right there. That's real right there. These two guys ain't riding in the Cybertruck and Porsches. That's real vehicle right there.
Esse cara só zoa, meu.
He wears his gi to class. I changed my gi. Change into my gi when I get there. Man, this is before the fall of Atos. This is before the fall of Atos and when Donatas Gracie still had hair. Now it's a little sparse up there, right about there. Yeah, well, it's about ready to go too. These guys be 25 years old and bald. How is that working out?
É treino mais curto, não vai ter técnica. Vai ser 25 minutos de treino puxado por mim, o Galvão passou.
Yo, where's Andre at? Was Andre? Let me stop. Where's Andre at in here? There's Ronaldo Jr. Look at all these guys.
Vai deixar à vontade o rola.
He's not there no more.
Mais dia, pô, esse é meu trabalho, às vezes eu não acredito. Fala aí.
You can have hair and muscle, but not both. Orlando Sampson was in there?
O Kainan é uma máquina, é uma referência. Desde que eu comecei a treinar, que eu conheci ele. Sempre foi uma referência, sempre vai ser. Foi sempre um ídolo. E é um prazer dividir o tatame com ele aqui todos os dias, eu aprendo demais com ele.
Mais louco, a galera acha que tipo, o cara tem só força. Mas quando tu treina com ele, às vezes ele faz um drill contigo, uma posição, tu vê o encaixe, assim, o cara tem uma sutileza no movimento ali que é técnica mesmo. Se tu vai rolar com ele, ele for rolar contigo sem fazer força, o cara te ganha ainda só na técnica.
Se ele quiser fazer força mesmo, não dá.
Se quiser fazer força mesmo, fica estranho.
Melhor quando é assim, específico?
Pô, bem melhor.
gente só trabalha aquele ataque, sabe? E muitas das vezes, por exemplo, se eu vou chegar a treinar com alguém, ainda mais galera que é do mesmo nível, geralmente você não vai chegar tão fácil nas costas, sabe? Aí ali a gente já inicia nas costas, já trabalhando no ataque e defesa.
Do you prefer a specific drill?
I think you need everything, but I
That's
do
the
love
kid.
specific training.
That's the guy that just fought Murgali. That's the kid that just fought Murgali at UFC BJJ.
You end up in positions you don't normally end up in rolling. So it gets you to work on those scenarios and repetition. So you can really work on that game.
Yeah, it's kind of generic here. We're just zooming through. Who are these girls?
Brother.
Dang, a lot of them people not there no more. A lot of them people not there no more.
Então agora acabei o treino, por hoje já deu já. Agora a gente tá indo no meu patrocinador, agora na Kings. 4 minutos dirigindo, então é bem perto.
Kings Kimono is
Então
only 4
facilita
minutes
muito.
from
Vou pegar uns
Atos?
kits lá que chegou novos. E depois vou almoçar e descansar um pouco. Daí mais tarde eu vou fazer a preparação. Thank you so much.
He just comes in, get a couple gear. He just takes belts. He just take whatever he want. Yo, he walk in, take.
Aquele almoço para manter o shape em dia depois do treino. Geralmente, assim, quando eu tenho mais tempo, eu gosto de cozinhar, ou às vezes eu como fora, porque eu como comida requentada, mas eu não gosto muito não. Sou meio
Because I don't eat reheated food.
Aí,
Picky eater.
Você já compra lavado?
É, já é tudo lavado já.
Nah, you still need to wash it, bro. Still wash that
Não sei se
stuff.
no Brasil tem assim, né?
Tem.
Deve ter, né?
Uhum.
Mas eu acho que é um pouco mais caro, né?
É bem mais caro, mas tem
mais
sim.
Caro. Aqui é mais viável, assim, pra fazer dieta. Mas quer fazer dieta, não tem desculpa, né? Dá pra fazer de qualquer forma, né? Não precisa comer
salmão
com ervas finas pra fazer dieta. Dá pra substituir, né? Só tem que achar nutricionista pra passar uma dieta conforme o bolso pode pagar, né?
The steak. That looks better. That looks better because we watched Flow Grappling. You know, they did a video with Owen Jones and Ferris cooking steak. That looks better than their steak. Another guys.
180 gramas de arroz, 180 de carne e 100 gramas de
Yeah, we were waiting
vinagre.
everything.
Campeonatinho chegando ali, pode dar mole não, né?
Oh.
Moving away from Porsches. You saying that personally, Quan?
Acabamos de chegar aqui na Electron Performance, onde que eu treino aqui minha preparação física. Hoje o treino vai ser bem pesado.
That steak
vou
look pretty
fazer
good though.
treino de
That steak
força.
look pretty
Falta
good.
um mês ainda pra minha competição, então tô quase terminando esse treino de força, porque quando eu tô treinando fazendo esse treino de força, afeta um pouco no meu jiu-jitsu, sabe? Eu tô mais pesado, eu tô um pouco mais lento, tô na fase de ganhar força, mas chegando mais perto da competição eu vou tirando volume de treino, vou tirando carga e daí eu vou começando a ficar com mais energia. Mobilidade, Geralmente eu sempre faço o treino de mobilidade antes de começar a levantar peso, para aquecer minhas articulações e dar uma soltada também. Eu sempre treino com música, né, para entrar naquele mood. Geralmente eu sempre gosto de treinar sozinho para
Quan.
Quantas libras tem aí total?
Aqui tem 225 pounds, que é, acho que 100 quilos, acredito.
110.
It's less
Quando eu
than,
comecei
it's
3
more than
semanas
100
atrás,
kilos.
2 semanas atrás eu tava fazendo esse peso aqui com muito mais dificuldade, agora tá fluindo bem mais fácil.
I mean, he should be easily squatting 225 for his size.
So mobility and strength really go hand in hand, and it's really the union of those two things where you start to see benefits. It's not one or the other, it's how you apply them and use them together. So you can be more resilient through that entire range of motion about a joint as opposed to just a narrow range. And when you have strength across a greater range of motion, you're harder to injure, and you're going to be more dangerous from many more positions.
Let's see if I don't know if he did any more vlogs. Oh, he did one 4 months ago. Let me see real fast. Oh, we got another car one. He's still in the Honda. I just want to see if he's still in the Honda. We're just going to see if he's still in the Honda, honestly. Yeah, he's still in the Honda. A year ago.
E depois finalizar o dia com treininho à noite.
He was still in the Honda a year ago. We just care about the car. We need to go find Tynan's Porsche again. Your family's moving to San Diego in 2 months, and I wasn't even considering Atos before hearing about the fallout. The sad part is that I was always a huge fan of AOJ until now. I mean, hey, go to Legion, bro. Go to Legion, bro. Let's see. I just want to see what car he's riding in. We're pocket watching over here. He upgraded his house, though. Yeah, Judo. Judo might be safer. Go train with J-Flow. Yeah, go train with J-Flow. Yeah, Legion, I mean, you got some people. I need to find that purple belt guy. You got some people that are driving all the way to Costa Mesa, hour and 30 minutes away. But honestly, I think you can do a lot at Legion. I think you do a lot of Legion. There's some good judo there too. Oh, hey, oh, hey. Is that the electric Porsche? Quan, you here? See, he upgraded. He listened to the live stream. He upgraded. Quan, are you here? He upgraded. Bro, I must just be broke because everybody riding in Porsches over here. How are they affording all this? ADCC don't pay enough for a Porsche. Quan, are you here? Quan, where's Quan at? Is that the electric one, Quan? God, I'm doing the wrong. I'm doing the wrong business, bro. I'm over here streaming in the basement. They're over here riding around in Porsches. How much he got Tatami? How much is Tatami paying him? He living in a condo, bro. They living good, bro. What jiu-jitsu money? Where's that jiu-jitsu? Let me put my eyes. Here's how I'm looking for. It's the electric one. I'm trying to figure out how these guys are making that kind of money, bro. I'm doing everything wrong. I'm doing everything wrong. I'm doing everything wrong. Let's watch a little bit. He was in the Honda. Then he's like, screw this Honda. I'm going to the Porsche. Now, he should have kept that Honda, though. That Honda going to keep his value a little bit better than this, the Taycan. I don't think the Taycan, I'm not saying it right. I don't know about the resale value. Quan will have to enlighten us about the resale value of these cars. You can get a used Taycan, I'm saying it wrong, for 40 to 50. Oh, wow. But what's the resale value, Quan? is pretty. Is it like similar to Teslas and stuff like that? He too big for that car. Quan, he too big for that car, right? Look. Quan, he too big for that car. He don't fit in that car. They probably depreciate a lot more than the Honda. Yeah. You know what? That Honda going to still be running for 200,000 miles, 300. That's electric Porsche, 100K car. Quan said he can buy used for 40 to 50K. So I can see him affording that. Yeah, for sure. Yo, wait a sec. They did that on purpose to show you that you guys poorer than him. He said, I'm richer than you, Alec. That's what he's saying. He's like, let me pause. Let me just throw that in there real quick for you guys. I just wonder how they're affording this, because they're living, these guys live in Costa Mesa or San Diego. It's expensive to live there. So they might not be saving their money. That's also true. We gotta take that into account. Maybe they win the tournament, $20,000. They spend that on veneers, cars, watches. They might be spending all their money. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. We're about to see a lot of Atos black belts. My question is, where? Where in California? Have you guys you said you're moving to California? Do you know how many schools are in California? There's too many. There's too many jiu-jitsu schools. There's just too many jiu-jitsu schools in California. You don't need another jiu-jitsu school. People got to put their ego aside and go train at one of the local gyms. Go train at Legion. Go train at Victory MMA. Go train wherever Andres is. Go train with whoever. There's too many schools, man. Everybody don't need a school. Everybody don't need a school. I just wanted to see the car. I don't care about the rest of it. Oh, Professor! Dang, Andre, you had it good back then. How many weeks ago? This was 4 months ago. Andre had it good back then. Andre, you messed everything up. You had it good. All you needed to do was touch on your wife and don't touch on nobody else. That's all you had to do. Healthy culture. Well, I can't help you with that. All he needed to do was keep his hands on his wife and keep his hands away from everybody else. He would have been good. Okay, why? Let me stop talking. I just wanted to see that part. I don't care about the rest. Hey, well, I mean, they were successful, but there's not much I can say about that. We are going to talk about Mr. Gordon Ryan. It says Zabit Magomeda Shapiro. I can't say his name. He's going ACB. Aspanov's eyeball still messed up. Okay, here's where we're trying to get to. So it says the king is retiring. He says, for now, I can confidently say I am done. Gordon says today, let me just go to the post. Where's the post at? Oh, here it is. He says, today marks 10 years at black belt, 10 years on top of the sport, and the probable end to my competitive career. As many of you know, I've had this debilitating and seemingly unfixable stomach issue since recurring staph infections, antibiotics wiped out my good gut biome. Without going into too much boring detail, the problem has gone through phases of better and worse over the years, and has now morphed into a multitude of new problems, including me just getting sick or staph whenever I train hard and compromise my immune system in any way. Because of these issues, I have not been able to train or lift hard since January 2024, and I just began dry heaving immediately when I do. That's not good. Gordon, that's not good at all. I don't know if you guys have you guys followed bodybuilding any, but I remember some of the bodybuilders, you know, they'll get things like hiccuping or they can't eat, you know, stuff like that, and then usually that's not a good sign. So it's usually a really bad sign that your body's not well, systems are failing. He says, I began dry heaving immediately when I do train hard. I competed in ADCC with no camp at 10% of how I should have been operating, and I have seen no improvement in my condition since. So 2020 was the last ADCC is the last time he was training really hard. This, of course, has been immensely frustrating as my technical skills are far better than ever. My body is otherwise very healthy, and I'm only 30, 10 years from my prime. Okay. I have so much more left to give if I could just fix this one issue. I'm still on the mats almost every day, but not able to do what my mind tells my body. Because of this, I believe it is best I put my focus elsewhere for now as I try to remedy my stomach and possibly return one day, pending my health and assessment of relative physical skills at the same time, as my knowledge is unmatched. For now, I can confidently say I am done. I will spend the next few years building Kingsway HQ to its student capacity, opening a global affiliation program and helping the athletes achieve all of their goals and dreams, and sharing all of the knowledge with the world. After that, who knows? There are far too many people involved to think, but you know who you are. To the fans, thank you. The thought of selling out T-Mobile Arena for a jiu-jitsu event was unheard of when I started training. We truly made this sport something great, and you all have made me genuinely wealthy along the way. Thank you for making me wealthy. This wouldn't have been possible without you. Thank you for your money and your constant support, which I don't know why. Thank you for everyone involved, and I hope to be back, especially for 2 matches with Vinny and a last dance with Felipe Pena. Until the next time. Ole, ole, ole. Quan says, Quan said, 40 years old is not anyone's prime. Yeah, I think that's after 40. All right, man, hang it up. Ello Snap said they're building a Kingsway in Houston. Who's gonna be running that? Isaac? Who's running that? Isaac running that? Isaac Michelle coming back for that? Who running that? Mergali says, enjoy life, bro. Buy more cars, guns, and travel a bunch. You deserve all the abundance you have now. Happy retirement. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust nobody in this sport no more. Jason Rouse says, 10 years for me also. What a ride. Congrats on a beautiful career. Top. Thank you for everything you've done for the sport. You've changed the sport as a competitor. Now you'll change the sport as a teacher. Best of luck and thanks for everything. Congratulations on your outstanding career, champ. The Iron Dragon sleeps on his mountain of gold. I don't know what to say, bro. I worry about this sport every day. Quan, we might need your design expertise, bro. We working on some t-shirts for the live stream. Let's see what Gordon posted over here. He's doing a Nogi seminar. What is that? I don't know what that is. I don't care. So Gordon did well, yeah, that's true. It's true. You're not gonna read this stuff. Yeah, nothing else I can say, man. That's the let me see if there was any comments on this real fast. We just read that. Someone says, maybe I'm tripping, but this is like the second or third retirement from Gordon. I remember steroids. I understand steroids and dedication took him to these heights, but it's also cut his career short. And I think with time, people will look back dissatisfied with his career. Oh yeah, for sure, bro. Can I send you some ideas, Quan? What do you think? I'll send you some ideas. I trust your artistic ability, bro. You guys know I got some of Quan's artwork. Maybe I'll show. I got the bubble tea t-shirt. Maybe I'll find that and wear that for one live stream. Oh wow. What about the stuff these kids are taking with the cream? I tell everybody, stay healthy, stay natural, don't use this stuff. That's my advice. Someone says, I feel the sport is evolving so fast that in a few years there will be more loud names. Not saying people will forget Gordon Ryan, but they will be just they're probably gonna, everybody gets forgotten about. There's people that don't know who Marcelo Garcia is. Well, Goonrod said he didn't know who Marcelo Garcia was. There's people that have never seen Rafa Mendez training. There's people that have never seen all these guys. You know, when we bring up names like Robson Mora or some of these older names, Felipe Costa, people don't know who those guys are, and people don't know who most people only know Gordon Ryan, Craig Jones, and Danaher. That's all they know. And they might know Joseph Chin for a little bit of diversity. They can't name a black they can only name. They can't. I think David Asari, the only black person they can name. And he can't even regard. He can't even get his guard retention up. Someone says, this tends to be the natural progression for all sports, but in every sport, there is one person who is like never going to be another one like him. In BJJ, that's Hodger. Don't do steroids, kids. Yeah, I agree. Without knowing the guy, I suspect he did steroids poorly. You can, who was giving him the steroids, though? You can run a fair amount of steroids safely for a long time if you manage your blood work and do reasonable amounts. Well, you said reasonable. What's reasonable? Staph infections usually occur when you don't have proper hygiene. When you don't, I wonder how he got staph. I don't want to read that part. Someone else said his stomach issues are caused by prolonged antibiotic use. Well, when you use certain supplements, that affects your whole body system, your immune system, your permeability of your skin, your ability to fight off infections. There's really not much to say about that, I will, Gordon he's one of the best grapplers, especially Nogi, we've ever seen. But yeah, as a person, you're not going to hear me defending him as a person. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? Dave Abu is a legit black dude and he's old. Who is that? See? You could have named a couple of different black people easily. You went with somebody nobody knows. You could have named half a different couple. You could have said Mush on the live stream over here. We need to bring back respect for martial artists and not the athletes with trash character and well, it's too late. Too late. We ain't got no more. Dave Abu is I don't know who Dave Abu is. Ronaldo Jr. He's not black. He's Brazilian. He Brazilian. You know what? Ask him yourself. I'm not gonna do that. What did I want to see? Oh, we got Helson Gracie.
What's up, everybody? So we're going.
We got Ensign Inoue. You guys know Ensign Inoue. He used to be a fighter, and he says Helson Gracie lied about me. So let's listen to that.
We'll be talking about Helson Gracie. He was my first jiu-jitsu teacher. We had a problem. We mended it. And just recently, he went on a Brazilian podcast and talked shit about me. Enjoy.
That's Ensign back in the day.
1978とある田舎町で生まれて移り住んだ新宿で育ちこの町で起きたこれまでの俺たちのここまでの生い立ちはほんのまた序の口試されたいちいち正してきた過ち騙し合いやからしないはスニッチの始まり
Maybe around Gordon, honestly. Yeah, I think around Gordon.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Yamato Damashi podcast. Ensign, we've just come off a weekend with another UFC, but how's your weekend been in general?
Very good. Good, relaxing. So I was in Hawaii, so I'm just a lot of time on my hands, getting my workouts in, and spending a lot of time with the dogs. So everything's all good.
You're on Bubba duty, right? You got to look after the dogs while single parent. Yeah. Awesome. Well, what wasn't awesome, right, was a couple of weeks ago now, someone from your past did an interview in Portuguese, I will add, and they had some pretty inflammatory things to say about you, right? Some pretty disrespectful stuff. So we're gonna get into.
You guys know Helson? That's Horion and
as well.
Rickson Gracie's.
That person
brother.
In question is actually Helson Gracie. So why don't we start by asking kind of, what's your history of Helson Gracie and who was he to you?
Well, Helson, when I was in Hawaii, the first guy that I met about doing jiu-jitsu was this guy, Romulo Barros. And Romulo was training with Helson, so Romulo invited me to train at Helson. So Helson actually became my first jiu-jitsu teacher in Hawaii. And it was crazy because we were super close, man. I just fell in love with jiu-jitsu, and everything I would do is jiu-jitsu. And even the days we didn't have class, I would go to his garage and train, or try and reserve the studio in the University of Hawaii gymnasium, so me and some of the students can train. Everything was jiu-jitsu. Every time I was at Helson's house hanging out with him. He used to make me. There's this Brazilian pudding that they make. It is so good, but he used to make me pudding, and we used to just hang out like brothers to a point. We were so close that one of my cars that I had, when I was going to get a new one, I gave him my used car so he could use a car.
Wow.
And all the seminars, because at the time his English wasn't that good, and I was his top student. So all the seminars we did, I did it. I was like the main spokesman for the seminar, being like only a blue belt. And I was doing all the speaking for the seminars. Of course, when Horion and Hickson came down, they took over the seminars. But whenever it was just me and Helson, I would, do the seminars. So he was like an older brother to me.
So in the interview, he starts going on a bit of a tangent, and it's in Portuguese. So
you guys know Helson had some drug issues,
what
though.
What he's saying is that
my man had drug issues.
The label, you took the logo off your shorts. You suddenly affiliated yourself with him. You left his training camp, and then he's almost, smiling and in glee talking about your fight with Igor. Right? He almost seems happy about the beating you took. So that relationship is clearly soured, and this is,
that's how these relationships be ending.
So from your side of things, tell me exactly what happened then.
Well, to give a little bit more background, the first thing is, I was super disappointed to hear that because I thought it was water under.
I was talking more about the party drugs, but I'm not sure what Helson was on.
I still do forgive him for it. If he has that, still holding that hard feelings against me, that's his problem. I don't have a hard feeling against him. I mean, it's I'm just more disappointed because when we had, I'll talk about the falling out first, but years ago when Kid fought in Hawaii, which is a long time ago, we had, he was at the event, and I got someone that can vouch for it. Rose Gracie, Horion's daughter, was there. And I just thought that it's time to bury the hatchet. And so I actually went up to him, and Rose was right there with him. And I went up to him. I said, Helson, we had a long history. We had some shit happen. And as far as I'm concerned, it's water under the bridge, and I want to just move
Brazilians
on.
ain't forgetting no grudge.
And he said, thank you, Ensign. All right, it's cool, man. Thank you. And
it wasn't cool.
It was over.
My friend, it's okay,
so
my friend.
Then,
it's not okay.
Helson.
It wasn't okay.
I know a lot of his students. I talk about all my everything interviews I have. I just say that Helson was my teacher. Everything was cool. So for me to
it wasn't cool.
See him.
It wasn't
say
cool.
Things like that was for me I don't know if something happened and he just got mad and he wanted to talk shit about me, or a lot of stuff are untrue. So, it's really disappointing. The ironic thing is, I actually got a message from Rose Gracie, because I've been in touch with Rose a lot to help the Japanese fighters get their, get in touch with Japanese fighters that about the class action lawsuit.
What
So
class
she
action
messaged
lawsuit?
me. We're in touch with that, and she actually sent me a message about a week ago saying, "Hey Ensign, I was just with Uncle Helson. We talked about you, and he has all good things to say about you."
What?
Why'd he switch up?
And then she went and sent me his WhatsApp address. So I actually sent Helson a WhatsApp
Phone
address.
died. Hey, Sarah.
I actually sent Helson a WhatsApp message on his email saying, "Hey Helson, I just wanted to appreciate. I just wanted to tell you I appreciate all the years that you taught me jiu-jitsu, and I just hope everything's good for you. And I wish you the best." I don't know how WhatsApp works, but I don't know if he saw it or not.
He probably old people
But
can't use that
there's
WhatsApp.
2 checks on it, so I think he saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it must have. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no answer, no reply. So I was like, maybe he didn't want to. He's too busy or whatever. And then I see that interview, so that it kind of took me aback. Like, whoa. So I actually sent that. I sent the link of the interview to Rose, and
What
I
did she say?
sent her the screenshot of my WhatsApp of the message that I sent to Helson. And I just wrote to her. I wrote to Helson. He never
Look at
wrote
that good
back,
boy.
and
Come over here. Come over
I'm
here, good
super
boy.
disappointed to see that. I think he talked shit about me on this podcast.
That puppy.
and I
Come
sent
over
it
here,
to her.
puppy.
And she hasn't
The puppy
messaged
trying
me
to calm
back
him
yet,
down.
but, that was super disappointing because for me it was water under the bridge, man.
The puppy know his blood pressure going up. The puppy
something
trying
that
to calm him
happened
down.
a long time
Yo,
ago,
he said, "Get
and
off
it
me."
wasn't even a problem between me and him. So since I got started now, I'll tell you. The
Puppy
problems
come.
that happened
Puppy
with
said, "I need
me and
attention right now.
Helson-
Give me that attention."
Hold on, Bernie.
He said, "I need to go. I gotta use the bathroom." You don't know what a
problem I had
podcast
with me and
is.
Helson
He
wasn't
need to
me.
go outside and
It was
potty.
Egan.
Egan?
So when we did a seminar
Egan?
for Helson,
Egan
Grace
Machado?
had a lot of tapes that didn't show anybody. As you know, Hickson Anjo tape still hasn't surfaced. They have that whole video. I saw that video. I saw him beat up Anjo, step on his head after the fight. I saw that. And they have a lot of other videos like that. And their seminars at the time, and they didn't want no one seeing their seminar. They don't want any videos going to seminars. So whenever they did seminars, people weren't allowed to video. But they would video their own seminars. So apparently Egan videoed one of the seminars that I was a part of. And before Egan, they said that before Egan gave them the tape, they saw him videoing. Egan said he'll just give them the tape for the video. And apparently before Egan gave them the tape, they say that Egan went home and copied it. And if I had to guess, Egan probably did, but I'm not sure. I don't know 100% if Egan did or not. And so what happened then was Helson had a big problem with Egan. And he told me Egan can't train with him anymore. Well, Egan was actually training with me mostly, but he would go back and forth, sometimes go to Helson's class. But from then, he said Egan can't train with him anymore. So I said, okay.
We got too
but
much
I kept
drama.
training at
They too
Helson's.
old to have
Okay,
this much
Egan
drama.
can't train there. He fucked up. Okay, whatever. But I would train at Helson's and train at Egan's. So Egan started training in the garage. And because he was forbidden to go to Helson Gracies, he started Grappling Unlimited. So that's another rumor that they say that Egan learned from them and tried to steal moves, and he opened his own
Maybe it's a
school.
different
But
guy.
he didn't do that. He just was training in the garage. He had a bunch of guys coming to meet with him to train, and that's how Grappling Unlimited was formed. Okay, so when that was going on, he told me that Egan couldn't train at the school.
They're
Okay,
too
cool.
old for all this drama,
And
bro.
the next thing he starts telling me is, now you can't train with Egan. Like, whoa, wait, what do you mean I can't train with Egan? And then he told me,
That's not
I
Egan,
remember
it's
this because
somebody
I went
else.
to train at the gym. And at the time, at the gym that he was at the University of Hawaii. It's a studio that I reserved for him because I was a student at the University of Hawaii. So I go in the class, and there's 2 Japanese professors that was visiting Helson's gym. So these guys, I can have them vouch that they saw this happen. I walked into the gym. Helson comes with me, and he tells me, hey, Ensign, you got to pick me or Egan.
Oh. You guys grown
And I
adults.
looked at him and I said, what do you mean? That's my blood brother. What are you talking about? He goes, pick me or Egan. And I'm like, I can't cut ties with my brother.
Oh, it's a different person.
So right there, I mean, it's funny because I walked into the studio. He approached me about it. As soon as he approached me and told me, gave me the ultimatum, I just looked at him and said, fuck, I'm sorry, Denhilson. I'm out of here. And I turned around and walked out. I walked in the gym and walked out of the gym.
No.
So that's the
All right, these guys too old to be talking all this stuff.
The big strong dudes come in.
Let's listen to Fionn. We got about 30 more minutes. Let's listen to Fionn, what she got to say. You guys know we are big fans of Fionn Davies over here. I did a whole video on her on my Soft Voice channel. Let's listen. We'll try to be respectful, of course, and get through this if we can. We're gonna skim through a little bit too. Let's listen a little bit, then I'm gonna jump ahead too.
Who think they can fight, they take being swept or they take going backwards really badly.
They're not pacing themselves because they think I'm athletic and I'm fit. Like you'll get someone and you're like, oh, they'd be so.
Shoot, nah, they got too much editing. Let's go over here. Judo versus Jiu-jitsu. Hey, that's us.
I really felt uncomfortable doing knee on belly. So for anyone listening, you put your knee on someone's
They fart.
No. Just I'd never, even in rugby, when you land on someone, you don't put all your weight on them. You're like, oh, sorry, mate, and then you get up and you run
I
off.
thought you stamped on them. Rugby's different in Wales.
You could back in the day, but it had to be going backwards. Your Welsh rugby clubs are fucked.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Landovery, cross keys, like.
Shandover.
Yeah, sorry. So is that the
Fionn
English?
used to play rugby back in the day.
Landovery.
Yeah, there you go. Nice.
I probably one of the most embarrassing rugby. It was at Landovery that I realised I was never going to be good at rugby. Where I'm ashamed to say this. You know a bit about rugby union, right? Being Welsh.
Yes. Yeah.
So you have your forwards, which is supposed to be a big, strong men. I was in the forwards. Then you have your backs, which are your athletic, good-looking guys.
We don't know rugby
then
positions.
Usually you have a scrum half, who's the slightly smaller chap that's really good at passing the ball. I got bumped by a scrum half. I got sat on my ass by a roided jacked scrum half in Wales, and
they've done this before. They've done a podcast together before.
An armbar, which was rare because the knee waza is really bad. So I had the off.
You're gonna hurt him. Probably in a class, you're like, breathe. So
a different breed in Wales. They have nothing to do other than rugby, I suppose. Oh yeah, you look like me a bit more.
So first time an instructor was like, put your knee on that guy's chest while he's laying on his back. I was like, this is cruel. This is mean.
What's up,
he
Earl
can't
Snap?
breathe. They're like, that's the point. So for the first 2 years, it felt almost strange to put all my body weight on someone. So then you just wouldn't do it. So when you're probably in a class, you're like, mate, put all your weight on him.
Yeah.
You've got all of these emotions in you. Like, I don't want to hurt him. And you're like, well, you're not. You're going to be okay.
That's the game.
A few years later, you're a psychopath. And you're like, you're pulling their head up. They can't breathe. And you're like, this is nice.
I had the opposite. I had to be told to calm down.
Oh.
I was like so aggressive, but like in judo, it was very, even with submissions in competition, this is really bad. I'm going to sound terrible now, but like, please understand that I was young. And also, this is what I was taught. But in judo, you get an armbar, which was rare because the knee waza is really bad in judo. And that is just a fact. Stand up is great, but the groundwork is terrible. But if you get a submission, somehow, not me, but you hold it on until the referee stops you. It's way nicer in jiu-jitsu. You kind of go, oh, and then you let go. So I was just there like, ooh, referee, you're gonna have to pull me off it.
Someone's tapping away, banging the mat.
But I'm like, I'm not letting go until the ref says. Not when you're saying in a competition.
So anyone watching this maybe doesn't understand judo quite so much.
Because she
judo, you're trying to throw.
Yeah, she does look happy.
You get both their shoulders on the mat. Kind of similar to
she does look
wrestling,
happy.
But you're in the gi.
Can't
so you're
deny
in the
that.
Pajamas. Or the robe, as one of the beginners called it. And I was like, that is the
well,
best
she's
thing
back
I've ever
home,
done.
you know. She's back
so you're
home,
in your, like, your
making
robe,
some good money.
Like at a spa. Sorry.
It's one of the toughest sports in the world.
People get snapped up in judo. Yeah, sure.
That's why I do jiu-jitsu.
Khabib was saying it's more impressive to be a judo champion than he thought to be like an MMA champion.
I don't know, but well,
he said wrestling champion.
Maybe because the pool is so big. I mean, I don't know. Still in MMA, it's pretty.
And being like
don't know.
Kazakhstan.
I'm neither. I'm neither of those champions.
Have you rolled with a guy called Hip Toss Josh on Instagram?
No. But...
Tall Aussie lad, like longish hair. So I'm competing at like this ADCC comp in Sydney, and this guy is, I think he's like early 20s, about 6'3", and he takes headphones off and goes, "Oh, I love your YouTube." I go, "Oh, what a nice thing to say. We're in the pen, about to compete."
Oh, cute.
I go, "Oh, where are you from?" And he goes,
"Don't talk
to you in a bit." puts headphones on, and
That's
just walks
fine.
off.
That's
and I
fine.
think that's a bit of a strange kind
Nah.
of interaction. You know, engaged me, but then left.
No,
Then
that's
he's my
how
next
it goes.
fight. So we're about to like go on the mat, and just as the referee calls us on, I hear him go like making like really like weird noise. I was like, "Cool, is this guy all right?" Like, you know, maybe
Is this guy all
sexual,
right?
I don't know.
No.
And we go out, we're like having a few exchanges in Nogi, and I at this point had no idea he was a judo specialist.
Oh.
Right, so I'm like the first guy competing with him, and I've got a video. I'll put it online. He hit me with an osotogari so hard that both my legs are pretty much horizontal. He's still quite far away from me. I didn't see it coming. I'm just flying through the air. And I would like to consider
See,
that
that's
I'm not
why
a small
YouTubers
guy.
shouldn't be competing.
I got absolutely bitched in front of everyone watching. I hit the floor so hard, I got up and my adrenals were just like, I was in shock.
Yeah.
I completely forgot how to do everything. And then afterwards, I talked to him inside. He subbed me with a DAS out of all things. And I was like, "Do you do judo?" He's like, "Oh yeah, that's where I've come from." And he's a great guy.
Yeah.
But he almost is a bit disgusted with the level of judo and jiu-jitsu.
I mean, it would make sense that I feel like this is my thing on it. And
Oh, yeah.
from a very low level.
Yoga
you
for
know, but
BJJ, bro. That's
it's
yoga
like
for
a bad-
BJJ.
Out there, right?
Yeah, but a bad one.
I've very
But in
strongly disagree
jiu-jitsu,
with that.
I'm a good one.
Well, what did she say?
It's like,
You're a
of
black
course.
belt there, right?
Yeah, but a bad one.
She says she's a bad judoka, but she's a good.
I've very
But in
strongly disagree with
jiu-jitsu,
that.
I'm
She's a
good
good
one.
jiu-jitsu judo black belt, but not a
I
good
used to,
judo
used to
black
get
belt.
scared because I'd be like slapping myself. I'm like, why is she slapping? Because in judo, you
Is
slap.
that a judo thing to be like?
They just
"Oh."
love slapping. Oh, I'm not grunting.
No, I don't. It was there was some energy.
Oh,
being
she
let
says
out
she ain't
coming off the
grunting.
mat, But then
I'm not doing that.
Gabal should have learned that lesson.
afterwards, I felt like I had to warn other people because his smooth comp profile was private.
Gabal should have learned that.
Spread the word.
Yeah.
Hip toss Josh.
When
Josh,
the
hip
smooth
toss Josh. is
Mush,
a
did you
menace.
hear
when
the
smooth comp
Olympic
profile is
qualifications?
private, you know there's some Machiavellian shit going on. So I'd say to people, I'm like, "Oi, this guy's a judoka." But then I watched him throw a guy so hard he went home. Didn't even do the absolute. Credit to this guy.
Yo, I'm going home. I get
Like,
tossed.
Was he
Let me
blue
just
belt?
go
This is
home.
blue belt division.
It was pro division in
I was gonna
like
say,
an absolute.
was he doing white belt?
Let me go home. I got
Right
tossed. Let me
now.
go
No,
home.
because they're not allowed to. They're not
No,
allowed.
I know.
Anyone.
I was
But
blue belt.
he just ran through divisions, just
Oh,
throwing
he did?
people.
Okay.
Wait, is it Higashi the hip one? Is that it?
Yeah, it hits.
Threw this guy so hard.
We gotta get
and
you out
then the
there,
guys
Mush.
Didn't turn up to the absolute. I was like, imagine being thrown so hard by a judoka that you go home.
Well, they hit you with the earth. That's
Yeah,
what
so
they
anyway,
say.
The judo side.
You got
of
hit with the
things,
earth.
I would not say that you're all weirdos.
You got hit with the earth. You
No,
gotta
they
go
are
home.
freaks, yeah. More than jiu-jitsu people.
I got hit with the earth. Let me go home. If I get hit by the earth, let me just take myself home if I can drive home.
Right.
Like, honestly, they're freaks. Judo people are freaks.
Oh. What did she say, Mush?
No, they are
Mush?
freaks.
Mush, what did she say? Is that true, Mush? Is that true? Let me play it again.
Freaks, yeah. More than jiu-jitsu people.
Right.
Like, honestly, they're freaks.
Whoa. Why did she say it like that? Fionn, why did you say it like that? Let me play that again for the Goon Squad. Why did she say it like that? Is there a context behind that, Mush? Is there context behind that?
Judoka that you go home.
Fair.
Yeah. So anyway,
Privates.
the judo side of things, I would not say that you're all weirdos, but
No,
it's
they are
different.
freaks, yeah. More than jiu-jitsu people.
How are they using that
Right.
word?
Like, honestly, they're freaks.
Fionn, why'd you say
Judo
it like
people are
that?
freaks.
Why'd you... Uh-oh.
I don't say that confidently.
So you train judo, you get your black belt. You worked on the door
I did, yes.
in Wales.
She
You
did
got it?
some
Yeah, in
bouncing.
Cardiff, 10
Fionn
million.
was bouncing
And
back
is
in the
this
day.
as a judoka?
She's
or
done a lot
as
in
a
her life. She needs to
jiu-jitsu?
slow down.
Jiu-jitsu. Yeah, I was a brown belt in jiu-jitsu at the time. Yeah.
And talk me through what it's like.
You don't want to throw people.
No, wait a second.
No, you don't.
No, you can't turn that on him. Don't turn that on him like that. Ella Snap, don't turn on that man like that. Because you know Ella Snap got hit with that. Ella Snap was in his feelings. Ella Snap got hit with that. He got in his feelings that one time. Oh, man.
A bit of a scap grip on the back of someone's
You
North
just
Face
grab
jacket.
their wrists. Just grab their wrists, body lock them, and then maybe like cross grip. That's literally all you need to do. And then for me, it was literally like if it was a lad, they go, I'll just go. And they'll get embarrassed and they just walk out.
Is there ever a time that there's been any kind of altercation with someone where they've underestimated you in that
I
sense?
think that everybody's underestimated her.
Yeah, like every time people would walk past me and I was like, ID, and they just walked past because they didn't think I was working there.
Much said he still got some time. He's got to put in some more work.
Please, please come back.
El Snap said he admitted it. Yeah,
jiu-jitsu now. Like,
that you admitted
being
to yourself.
Pretty elite level. So talk to me. World championship twice.
Yeah, in the gi, and then 4 times no gi.
So 6-time.
We're gonna skip the skin infection part.
Sounds good.
Ooh, I want to hear about Arma.
When you're a 6-time world champion, what do you work on? Was there ever a time that when, and this is probably a bit more of a personal question, when you win a world championship, how do you feel the next day?
Oh, terrible. Worst feeling. No, honestly, not terrible. That you feel like empty inside.
Like gold medal depression. When people get gold medals, they
Let me stop.
get
I'm about to say something. Let me stop.
The worst was when I won.
I was about to say something, but let me stop. We are respectful on the Alec News Network.
This sounds so bad. I mean, the best, but now in reflection, like the best thing ever. But at the time, you can't enjoy it. Like, I mean, some people I'm sure do. They're probably healthy people though. But
I completely agree with this.
It was like the perspective was like I'd literally like given up so many things. I'd moved to America, like gave up everything, to like have one last stitch at it. So that is also that background coming in, and I think you can do it happy now. Like I'm not saying you can't, but for me that was the perspective: give up everything, go for it. Because it was like I think it was like the year after COVID, and then will it be turned off if I say COVID? I can't remember.
Next, I remember you were in Austin in 2021.
Yeah, and I was like, and then and I remember I fought at Worlds, and I was just like, oh my god, I hate this. And then the following year, I moved to America, and then after that, after I won Worlds, I could just focus on ADCC because that was in the September. So I did Worlds in June, and it was straight into another camp. And then I won ADCC, and then after that, I was like, I get like mad anxiety and stuff
about life.
I did like so many seminars. I booked up all these seminars, and I was like, oh my god, what do I do now? Like I always said, like I want to win it once because for me, it was only realistic, or at least I fought to win it one time. Because, and like when I say world champion, I think gi worlds to me is like a true world champion. Not that no gi is brilliant, but I don't consider no gi worlds as it's nowhere near as difficult as gi worlds. ADCC I would say is on par with gi worlds, but no gi worlds is really difficult and an amazing title. But like I'll say 2-time world champion because that's the one that to me that is the
okay.
Yeah.
So for anyone listening, the gi is definitely more difficult, more technical.
She said gi is tougher. I admit that too. It is tougher. Let's jump around a little bit. We're going to skip skin infections. Let's go to Arma because I want to hear about that.
Oh, really good. It's like the best environment I've ever been in. I've been to some great gyms. That's not to say like, oh, it's so great compared to the last gyms. It's just that I'm around a lot of people who are so motivated and just positive, and it makes a world of difference. Like, and it's so organized as well. I've never been in an environment where it's been so organized, and we have HR. Oh my god, HR in jiu-jitsu? Crazy.
Really means you could put complaints in.
Yeah.
Did Atos have HR? Did Atos have HR? It's Angelica Galval's HR. Angelica Galval is HR. HR, I got a complaint about Professor Galval. Imagine you trying to put a complaint into HR, and HR is the wife. Nothing was getting done over there.
About the testicles
about me. Yeah, but they're like, Fiona is creepy.
Who said?
He is harassing the new white belt man.
So there's a lot of.
I'm just restoring balance.
There's what?
I'm just restoring balance by harassing the white belt man.
Andre was the HR.
Putting them fearful of women.
Exactly.
There's a
Fiona over here terrorizing the guys now.
People that try and run amazing jiu-jitsu businesses, but where they're a world champion in jiu-jitsu, they're not necessarily a world champion in organization, running a business, whatever. Arma is people that know how to run a business now running a gym.
Yeah.
And that is a little bit different to a lot of the other ones there. But you've got sauna. Is the ice bath working?
It is now, yes.
You've got like several mats, nice facilities. But am I right in thinking it's also attracting like a slightly different demographic?
I think so.
The rich demographic.
Sounds bad, but I think it attracts way more normal people.
Rich people.
Like people who just do it for fun. And maybe that sounds a bit weird, but I find that sometimes you get people who are they're so into the whole culture, and I don't think the whole culture is particularly healthy in the wider scheme of things. Not always, but like I feel like people come in, they just enjoy the sport for what it is. And I think it's so nice to see it through that lens, where I'll mention some like crazy drama, like kind of what we talked about earlier. And people are like, who is that? What is that? What?
They're like, who's
And I'm
Andre
like,
Galvao?
amazing. Your brain is so fresh.
Who's
and not
they don't know
rotted
any
by
of these
all
people.
this.
Who's Gordon Ryan? They don't know.
And I think it's just so nice to like just see people just enjoy it for the sport as opposed to like the outside, I don't know, I guess dramas of it that can kind of come from certain things. But yeah, I think it's a different demographic. I think exposing jiu-jitsu to lots of different demographic, and we got a lot of flack for it being like higher end pricing and things like that. And it's like, oh, it's too
How much is pricing over there?
posh and fancy looking for it to be an actually good quality jiu-jitsu gym. Like it must be like they just barely roll and all that sort of thing. I mean, you can blend a good training environment where it's good, tough training, but also making it accessible to people as well. I don't like this narrative of like, you've got to come in, get beaten up, and then just, if you don't like it, then you're just not tough enough. I mean, like, I do think that like the sport isn't for everyone as well. I think certain people just never enjoy it, and that's okay. They'll find
they don't have the
like,
pricing
joy or enjoyment in other hobbies, and that's absolutely all right. Like some people never get over the hurdle of that close contact, and that's okay.
Free my man J-Rod.
Exposing
He
jiu-jitsu
was
to lots of different
HR.
demographics is always a good thing.
I was seeing the first kind of few weeks it opened. I was in London, I was training a bit, and I would see like corporate people come in twice in a day. I'm
You
like,
guys hear the
"Bro,
audio
you're
still?
like a two-stripe white belt."
You can hear it?
Yeah,
Okay.
two-stripe white belt. You're in doing your second class. It's like, yeah, I've got the bug. Then
Yeah.
there was a woman.
Little
I
crackheads.
think there was a woman who did like 100 classes.
That's Tony. Yeah.
Membership is
Yeah.
230 euros per month.
And that's
What is that in
amazing
USD?
to see, because you're watching people catch the bug. And one thing I love telling people is, although a brown belt now, I enjoyed purple belt just as much as blue and just as much as white, even though I was shit then.
Oh,
The
shoo!
enjoyment doesn't get better over time. It's not like, oh my
Wait a
God, I'm
second,
twice
wait.
as good, so
Pause
therefore I'm enjoying it twice as much.
All right, now you can't, if you ain't got money, you can't train over there. What was the price of that? Did you guys see the price of that? 230 euros. Did you guys see that? That's 270. Thanks, Dorothy. It's 270. 270. Let me type that in the chat. With the American dollar sign. 272. $272 per month. Well, I guess you guys pay that at AOJ and Autos. That's true. God, dog. I gotta get a private lesson from Fion. I gotta get one private lesson a month from Fion for that. That's a lot of money, especially Europe. I used to live in Europe. My gym costs $60 a month.
Sucking component. 600
krona.
Bit is also just as
60,
fun.
60,
Yeah,
60,
people
not
like to get that
600.
as well. I mean,
600
not
krona,
me,
$60.
but- Joking. No, but it is way more fun when you beat people up, though. No.
Yeah, of course. But
Come
then
on, don't lie, don't pretend.
But then there's those so like
Fion, she been through a lot. She been through a lot. Let me go over here. See what she got to say over
People
this
there,
part.
but like also like if I just want to go on holiday, there's usually a jiu-jitsu gym nearby, and you just make friends straight away.
Hell
Same with traveling.
no.
Like when I went to Thailand, there was
I'm
this, like,
sorry,
we
I
go to
ain't-
the jiu-jitsu gym,
I
and
don't
then we
need
just
no
all hang out together.
machados for
I was
that.
like, I've just got a ready-made group of friends, and like I think that my favorite part of jiu-jitsu is the community. I think that's the number one reason to
Our
get into
community's
it.
bad now.
Above everything else, like obviously health, fitness, all these things. I think that you can find community anywhere for sure.
Our community's dead.
You can find, ways of bettering your health for fitness and things that challenge you in similar ways to jiu-jitsu. But I do think that the community is pretty special in the sense that, like, even when you go into your first class, you have to pair up with another person. So, like, I went to a run club, which was...
What were you doing
and I
at the
was
run
like,
club, bro?
"Hey," and they were like... And I'm not
Yeah.
saying every run club's like this, but just an example. And, like, you don't have to partner up with someone in a run club. They run very far away from me and very quickly.
No way. People pay that?
No, you need a partner. So
People pay
you're
that?
partnered up with someone.
Well, you guys got
Maybe
different
you go to a gym
clientele
and
over
everyone's
there.
An asshole. It's unlikely though. There'll at least be one or two nice people there. You'd hope. But there's always like another gym that you can go to anyway if it's not your vibe straight away. And like, yeah, you partner up with someone, and you have to communicate with that person at least a little bit. When you're partnering, and you just get that like. You're touching another person, which is important, and not always in that way, but like, but like having physical touch, that's really important.
And you got to even communicate with them like, hey, am I doing this right? Hey, how does that feel?
Yeah,
Like,
and then most people are like, oh, they're dying to help you. Like people, especially blue belts, they love they love helping with technique, which is good. It's nice that people want to help, and like it's so easy to make friends. Like all my best friends, like I'm like in school, I don't have any school friends that I'm still in touch with, just because we don't have shared interests. And like, to be honest, like our friend group was kind of just like people who were kind of shy, kind of congregate together and got us through it. But I don't have, and I've moved so often. Like I've moved from Wales to Ireland to America and now back to London. Like I've moved so often throughout the
She
years
been
that
through
like
a lot.
you lose that like core friendship group. But like I'm still like my best friends are still in that gym in Ireland. Like we'll be friends forever because of
You could just
jiu-jitsu.
turn up, take your gi, have a roll,
Yeah.
come out after.
Yeah, and it'd just be like, oh, but you just start doing stuff together
I'm looking
outside
for
the gym
something
as
right
well.
now.
And you're like,
Let's see
oh,
if
we
can
all have
find
this
it.
shared interest. You meet so many different people that you wouldn't, like you said, you wouldn't necessarily meet, which is so important to get exposed to people from different walks of life as well, and get different perspectives on things. You're not just in your bubble. And yeah, like that's, I think, the best part. It's like I've made all my best friends in jiu-jitsu. People find their partners in jiu-jitsu. Dream, like, I'm not encouraging it.
Fion?
I'm saying it happens.
Fion? Stop it, Fion.
And yeah, like it's such a cool community to be part of.
What have you got working for Fionn Davies? What are you doing? What are you working on? So you're working. You're head coach at Armour.
Yeah.
You got anything as far as seminars, events, instructionals?
Yeah, so I've got my own website, Fion Online, which I was like, Fionline. I'm like, no. But I got my own website, so I just post technique videos up on there weekly, and that's really cool. Like, I love doing that.
Is this a subscription-based business?
Yeah, you just subscribe for.
Oh, snap! So he left
an
his gym
amount.
for toxic culture.
But this is
I
pretty
just
cool
teach
because for some people out there that maybe come to your seminars, they're like, they want to support you as well. So
Yeah.
having a subscription thing like this is pretty good. And I implore anyone that likes your stuff to join and to subscribe
Thanks.
because it's not just the value that they get from the techniques. I think that sometimes people like the fact they're supporting someone. Same as when you're doing like when someone buys a rash guard from Progress or whatever. The reason is they want to contribute to the ecosystem that's contributing to you.
Yeah.
I feel like some people, maybe even yourself, can be too shy. So I'll say it for you. If you like Fionn, go on our website, buy a fucking... and if you don't use it, unsubscribe in 3 months.
No, just forget.
Just forget. Set and forget.
I've got so many subscriptions I forget about. Please forget about my subscription.
But then they should be happy even if they're not using it because this kind of stuff contributes towards your travel, towards... Are you going to do any more competitions?
I think I'm allowed to say because I've signed the contract. I have a match in March with UFC.
Oh, amazing.
Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, so.
Not this.
But then, again, travel, hotels, food,
Yeah.
accommodation, like any single person listening to this that's vibed with you, has vibed with you for a long time, it's not just that they can learn from you in an online subscription model. It's just not that they can come to Armour and have you as their head coach. It's the fact that by making a choice to not only better their jiu-jitsu, not only learn from you, they can support you so you can do what you want to do.
You guys always got some beef.
We're going to put all the links to everything that
I don't
you've
know,
got
maybe.
in the description. Is there anything you want to plug as we close?
If you're long pause. If you're in Southwest London, is that where Clapham is? Yes. I'm new to Clapham. Then you should come to my gym called Armour, and it's really good.
They are
only 230 euros per month. Great deal. Actually, if you get the train fee on, hey, it might be worth it. Let me look. I want to see if this guy got any. I want to see if this guy got any videos. This is the purple belt guy that is full-time BJJ now. Blueprint to jiu-jitsu success. Let me hear about this success he's talking about. I don't listen to the music. Let me, Tony, hello Snap and Tony be beefing every week. Every week there's some beef. So this is the kid that we always like to follow.
Wade, I'm a blue belt from Autos Jiu-Jitsu.
No, why you got my name? Take that away. We're not related. Take my name off of there. That sucks. He got my name as his middle name. We're no relation. He said he was #1 ranked adult blue belt in the gi. Atos
competing in San Diego
affiliation
tomorrow, and Worlds in a week from now.
Oh yeah. And
listen to a little
you're
bit of
also
this.
currently the #1 blue belt adult lightweight.
Yes.
Which is pretty awesome. I'm looking at your competitions here. You're actually #7 adult blue belt overall.
Okay.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that,
Okay,
actually.
that's pretty intense.
I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll put these up on the screen, but I'm looking at like your competition list.
Bro,
that
he's
you've
number
hit.
one, number one
Yeah,
ranked
it's a
blue
lot of
belt.
comps. Do you know off the top of your head how many you've done?
I think it's been like 15 a year. I've competed for like 3 years, so like around 45 comps, I think.
Okay.
How much is that?
45 in 3 years.
15. Let's see. We're gonna do the mathematics. Let's say 150 times 15. Here's what he spends a year on tournaments. Close to $3,000. Most of us can't afford $3,000 in tournaments. If you could afford $3,000 in tournaments, you could be ranked high too.
Okay. And I'm seeing a lot of, it looks like your first gold, maybe let's talk about this one. Your first gold was at Dallas International Open. Tell me about this competition, your very first gold on the record here. Dallas International Open, first place. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, that was about 2 years ago, I think. It was, I remember I never could podium at a tournament really. Up until then, I was doing a lot of like Jiu-Jitsu World Leagues, and I was super happy about getting third place at like a random Phoenix Jiu-Jitsu World League. And then I did my first IBJJF a few months before Dallas. I got absolutely just smoked, got beat like first round. And then I went to Dallas and I ended up winning and being some pretty good people. And I think that tournament kind of opened my eyes to realize like maybe I have more potential than I realize right now. It was a super good feeling. I was honestly just more surprised that I won it. I couldn't believe it in the moment.
Yeah, so how many, before that one, how many did you do? You said you were doing like local stuff like Jiu-Jitsu World League.
Yeah, Jiu-Jitsu World Leagues, Grappling Industries, and I think I did probably 8 tournaments, maybe 10 before winning my first one.
Okay.
I think a good amount, yeah.
Okay. And what do you think changed between, what clicked? Like how'd you suddenly get first at Dallas?
Yeah, I think it was like a timing thing. Like I was training a lot and I was improving really fast.
He said, nobody's here, I can win it.
I didn't have enough mat experience to actually win a tournament. But I think I got really deliberate with how I trained. It wasn't just like I was training 8 hours a day. I was super like careful with who I trained with, why I was working on certain things, and like my overall intention of every training session. So I think
you know what? We're gonna finish this tomorrow. I don't want to listen to his voice right now. We'll finish it tomorrow. Dallas don't have that many people. Yeah, I did one Dallas Open, and there was, I think I had 2 matches. This is a black belt. Dallas tough, Houston tough, Austin tough. Everywhere is tough, man. But that's it, man. Thanks for all the support. LO Snap know when I go big head mode, we about to get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you to LO Snap with the sponsorship. We gotta look into that. The merchandise, Quan. I need to I'll wear Quan's shirt tomorrow. So Quan's really he's a good. I forgot Quan was so good at designing. He busy though. Quan is working on a new restaurant, so he's been busy. We'll be back tomorrow. Again, we're really pushing. We're trying to push Mush to get to the Olympics. Come on, everybody. So that's whenever we donate to the Masters program, martial arts for social transformations, equity, and rights. The Masters program. That's where the money's going towards for the judoka guys to get to that Olympic stage. So we're working on that one. T-shirt designs. We're working on that. Some other stuff probably. But we should be back tomorrow, same time, 12 to 3. The merch, the merch is coming through. I'm gonna try to wear Quan's. He gave me a hoodie, a sweatshirt. I'll try to wear that tomorrow, but with his characters that he designed. So I'll try to put that on tomorrow, and I'll make a note of that. Otherwise, that's it, man. Gordon Ryan retiring for the 15th time. Now we're not gonna get into why he might be retiring. Possibly some other implications from what we talked about a couple days ago, possibly. We did talk about Higashi with the Judo Olympics. Judo might take off next year. If we jump into judo, I think we can help it take off. Going into the Olympics cycle. And that's basically it. We got the correspondent Sarah over here with our background checks, and the other correspondents who we can't name. But it's really a community. That's what Fionn said. This is a community, so couldn't do it without you guys. So we'll be back tomorrow. Everybody, get rest up and get ready for the next drama for tomorrow. Jiu-jitsu people, stay out of trouble, so I don't have to cover you on this live stream. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.